Fasten your seatbelts, the Xcast is starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck out there, chat.
We gonna rock, we gonna roll, we let it pop, don't let it go. What? X gon' give it to you, he gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you, he gon' give it to you. We gonna rock, we gonna roll, we let it pop, don't let it go. X gon' give it to you, he gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you, he gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you, X gon' deliver to you. X gon' give it to you, X gon' deliver. We gonna rock, we gonna roll, we let it pop, don't let it go. X gon' give it to you, he gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you, he gon' give it to you. We gonna rock, we gonna roll, we let it pop, don't let it go. X gon' give it to you, he gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you, he gon' give it to you.
Well, hello there, and good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're trying a little something new. We're going to do the Xcast today with our lovely, incomparable JoRosie. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing great. I love the new intro.
Isn't that fun?
That was fun. I hope you don't. Well, I mean, do you care about getting demonetized at this
Nope,
point? Like,
not even a little.
okay. Cool.
Yeah, we like to have fun around here. We like to have fun more than anything. Speaking of which, I've been gone. I've been gone in Boston for a week. I've been away from the family. I've been in the founding lands of America, trouncing around like a hooer in the promised land.
Did you just sound like a whore?
I was getting whored out by my company to do a certain job, but yeah, no, I've been in Boston. Trying to learn how East Coasters drive, which is like just a ridiculously brand new experience for me. I've been out there before, but like every time I'm surprised with East Coasters and how they drive, because out here it's like 65 to 70 in the slow lane and then like 70 to 80 in the fast lane, right?
That's like it is Florida. Yeah, it's standard.
Yeah,
Is it
it's
not?
like that's pretty standard. No, out there the slow lane is like 75 to 95. And then the fast lane is like 95 to 120. And then you still get people weaving in and out of traffic doing like 140.
Yeah. I mean, I went to Boston maybe like in the fall. I don't remember when exactly. It was no, it was early spring, maybe, perhaps. It was still like leaves on the ground and stuff. But I stayed in Boston, like Boston. Were you like in the Boston area or the city?
I flew into Boston proper, drove down to New Bedford, Massachusetts, went into Rhode Island, out to the Cape, back into New Bedford, Massachusetts. So I was like kind of all over that area there, but it really didn't change anyway. Oh, I think you're a little quiet. Can we get
quiet?
you?
Okay.
Yeah.
I was hot last week on the mic, so I'm trying to.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Know. Okay, perfect.
I think that's good. Yeah. But yeah, it was interesting. I did a lot of driving. I ate a lot of scallops, which apparently you have to call them scallops out there. Got in an argument at a bar with a lady about conservatism and abortion and all that great stuff that people love to talk about when they have beers. Yeah, so that was interesting.
How did that work out for you?
I mean, I didn't win. I was never going to win. You know what I mean? It was like 3-on-1. It was a bunch of like, actually, there was like an 87-year-old grandma that was at the bar. She was Portuguese drinking beer. And she's like, yeah, this guy knows what's up. He knows.
Older lady, Portuguese, like she better be, what's it called?
Hardcore, conservative based lady. Yeah, for sure. What's going on, chat? Welcome everybody in. Good to see you. I know it's been a while. I'm sorry. Like I just said, I've been traveling, but we're back. We're going to start getting some stuff back together and hopefully start making this a little more consistent of a weekly thing for sure. I think part of the problem with Wing Wednesdays is like Wednesday is terrible for me to begin with. And then beyond that, if you do it another day, now you have to name it something else. And the intro already says Wing Wednesday on it. Blah, 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 blah. So look, this just frees us up to do whatever we want. We added in some new emojis today There's some new emojis in the chat. JoRosie's even got her own emoji.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, JoRo. Yeah, it's the JoRo emoji. We've got some new emojis. We've got a new video for Wingalings for gifted memberships. So we're just it's spring cleaning. We're just freshening everything up. And now we can talk about whatever the hell we want. That's the greatest thing, right? We've been freed up. It's no longer eating hot wings and talking about video games. We can do whatever we want.
But you enjoyed the hot wings, I think.
I know, I did. I love the hot wings. Huge shout out to the chat. Good to see you guys here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful weekend. Shout out Buster Voodoo, Linnea, Steel Leg of History. Good to see you, Ann Jeanette, Rachel Hill. Oh my God, maybe I shouldn't go through every single. We got a lot of people. We got a lot of chatters here. Hello to everyone. I'm so happy to see you here. Special shout out to my members. I love seeing that green in the chat. I love my wingalings, and we have a super chat from our friend. Wait, the King's Court is King's Advisors. Oh, are you King's Advisors' friend? Or are you a different account from King's Advisors? I don't know. Welcome back from the City of Liberty for $1.99. Shout out, brother. Thank you for the super chat. First super chat of the day. Huge shout out. And we have a member chat from VJ, the Vigilant Guitarist. Shouldn't you call this Xcast 5? Fuck, that's a good idea. That's actually
Xcast
really
5.
funny.
Ah, ha, 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 ha. That's good. That's good. Kind of funny. I actually love the fact that I like finally noticed that you had a 5, and that's how I started searching for you sometimes, because it's like, even if I follow your page, sometimes it's hard to find, because if you just type in X-Wing, it's like, good luck. So now I
have the least SEO friendly freaking name in the world. It's ridiculous. I don't know why I did it, but here we are. Huge shout out to my buddy from way down in New Zealand. What's up, Tahuora? Shout out, buddy. Good to see you here. Hope you're doing well. What's going on? High Tide. Good to see you. Huge shout out to the Sasky sisters in the chat who just had a birthday. Very happy birthday to the Sasky sisters. Good to see you here. Oh, it's my new LawTube channel. Okay, that makes sense.
Go and check out, if you like LawTube, go and check that out.
Yeah. That's a good friend of the channel right there. King's Advisors. King's Advisors. We love them. We love them very much. Okay. So I just wanted to start out today, just because we're doing whatever now, like for funsies. I wanted to show you a video. No, I'm not going to start with this one. I'm not going to start with this one. I'm going to start with a different one. I'm going to start with this one. Do you remember a long time ago? Actually, I don't even know if it was all that long ago, when like Harrison Ford was still flying.
Yes.
Harrison Ford does a lot of flying.
I saw this. Yes.
So, like, I'm wondering if this was just Harrison Ford just shit out again, like, the airport.
Like, Harrison, you're drunk. Go home.
That's a Cessna, dude.
But are you not impressed? I was like, I'm low-key impressed that they were just fine.
That's insanity, dude. And like, of all the places, he makes a sharp turn there too. Like, of all the places you're gonna land, a golf course, I feel like maybe try to find a fairway. This guy's like, no, where's the clubhouse? Going right to the clubhouse.
The golf course is kind of a good spot, because it's like, you know, you could see the people. It's not that populated. I think it was okay.
I mean, they wound up okay, yeah, but you're never gonna convince me that wasn't Harrison Ford just hammered drunk again. I can still fly. He was landing on taxiways. He was doing all kinds of just absolutely insane stuff. I don't know why. And then on the other side of the golf course, you got these guys.
The fuck? Are they doing a TikTok?
Yes. Can you believe that? I'm going to get rid of that music. If I was golfing on that golf course while that was going on, I would absolutely line my driver up directly at these guys and just nail one towards the green. Hopefully the ball just right past them. If it hit him, I guess I wouldn't be that mad either. But what are we doing, man? Like, what are we doing? It's a golf course. You're filming a TikTok on the green?
I think that's pretty standard at this point. Like, I remember the first, oh shoot, I just closed I can't stand when I do that. I have a bunch of articles lined up and I accidentally exit out and I have no idea which one it was. So sorry guys, I just closed the story. I have no idea. We're not talking about it, I guess.
I wouldn't even yell for. I'd just smash it. It'd be a sneaky one. Line drive.
what's it called? Like I remember the first time I saw TikTok, I was actually at a movie theater here in Orlando a few years ago. I think I was waiting for Jay to get there or something because we were seeing some movie together. I mean, it might have been like, I don't remember, the Avatar movie. I don't remember which one. And I remember there was just this like, I think I was in City Walk, and there was these like girls filming a TikTok dance in the middle of the it wasn't a super populated movie theater, but it was so
You're still in public.
I'm like walking to the bathroom and I'm like, I did not give a fuck. I literally walked right through their TikTok and I'm like,
good.
Yeah, so they had to do another take. So whoops.
I don't understand the fascination. I mean, like, look, I get it, right? I mean, like, I'm on YouTube, you know what I mean? But like, I don't set up my camera in the middle of a park and start dancing, or like on a golf course, or like in the middle of an airplane ride, or whatever it is. And I don't know what the word for it is. I guess shame would probably be the best word for it. But it seems like that shame factor has disappeared from a good portion of the younger society. So like, be embarrassed. Like, I feel like you should be embarrassed, and they're not embarrassed. And it's frustrating because I'm like, you should be embarrassed. What do you call that?
I think like in Spanish we have a word for it. It's called descarado or descarada. That means like
descarada.
How do you translate that? Hold on a second. Like it's just like you have no shame. Descarada.
That was the Justin Bieber song, right? Descarada.
Totally not.
Retarded? Yeah, that's another good word for it.
Well, I put definition. I don't need the definition. I need the
definition. What is this for me?
Shameless. That's literally, we have a word for the word shameless.
Shameless.
Yeah, I'm like, what's this word mean? And it's like when people don't have shame, literally shameless. Wow, Joe. But yeah, we use that. I think we have a cool word for it that is more pungent than just saying the word shameless. Like, if you really want to just be like, without cursing someone out, just be like, you're a descarada. It sounds very like
descarada.
Like very soap opera. Like the woman slaps the other woman and be like, descarada.
I like this.
Yes.
It feels good. And people aren't going to know. The majority of the time, people aren't going to know what you're saying. I would say the problem, though, is most of the time it's like 16-year-old girls. I think if I walked up and slapped a 16-year-old girl and said, descarada, I'd probably go to jail. So.
I mean, yeah, you don't want to be doing that, probably.
But it's infectious. It reminds me of like Pokemon Go. Remember when Pokemon Go was huge?
Pokemon Go to the polls.
Oh my God. People were like walking into traffic and fucking dying. They were just like walking onto the freeway and getting hit by a car. I'm like, this is how you save the earth. This is population control at its finest.
So I wanted to get in on this Pokemon Go thing because I was a runner and like I was always running in my neighborhood. So I download this app and I'm like, cool, I'm going to do this. Yay. And then I started noticing that the Pokemon were in people's yards and sometimes in fenced-in areas. And I was like, how are people, like, now years later, because I just gave up. I was just like, okay, cool. This is just not, this doesn't seem safe.
Right.
Years later, I am, color me shocked that there isn't, like, cases and cases of a small child was eaten by a dog after they 100%. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or like man shot dead on Florida property after trying to get a Mewtwo in somebody's backyard.
Yeah, like 100%. That's I'm shocked and surprised. Like, wouldn't be outside the realm of reality for that to happen. So
I think in China they had to start installing like signs for people walking because they'd be staring at their phone, and so they have like lanes now in China where people walk so they can stare at their phone and keep moving, and it keeps the traffic kind of going the same direction.
That's just sad. That is just sad. Yeah.
The world is dying. Hey, some good news though. Big shout out to Ryan and Jay. Check this out.
Holy shit, we just got a massive raid over on the Rumble side from Steven Crowder.
How cool is that?
Get the freak out of here.
Steven Crowder raids the boys over on Daily. Huge shout out to those guys. Congratulations. That is awesome.
And Steve Crowder actually is huge on Rumble.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
That was massive. I wonder if they picked up I picked up. I mean, I don't know if I was having this conversation with one of our mutual friends actually about the conservative space kind of intersecting with the video game space.
100%.
I feel like I was very cognizant of that when I was in the gun industry, and that was like how I did a lot of advocacy. It's like, hey, because a lot of these conservatives were very boomerish. And I remember there was an era where even someone like Senator in Texas like blamed video games. Like, what are we in 1990? Like, you need to get.
Yeah,
with
we've
the
already
times.
done that. We've had that discussion like a long time ago.
Yeah.
I mean?
So it's like you need to get with the times and embrace. And that was actually, we did a talk back when I was in my, what's it called, my era of public speaking, because I did that for a while. I did a talk about, you know, how to actually just like not lose the next generation. And it was like, hello, like you have to stop being so what's the word, just not, it's not conservative, it's just like closed-minded about, you know, these new spaces where conservatism is blooming, including like Gen Z apparently is very conservative right now.
That's what I've heard too. Yeah. Not the loud ones though.
No, not the crazy ones with the septum rings, but everyone else seems to be, I mean, just like every pendulum swing. I think that, imagine you being a normal, you know, teenager in a classroom and you see all these crazies with septum rings and looking, you know, with crazy hair, and you're just like, and you're a dude and you're just like, I just like tits, and I think, you know,
I like tits in video games.
what's wrong with that? And now everyone's treating me like I'm the bad guy. It's like it's bound to have this rebound effect where it's now going to generate a complete, you know, the opposite. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. You're gonna act crazy, then your peers are gonna be like, well, I'm not down with that. So I'm not at all surprised.
That's the thing, is I think, you know, the majority of the population is not dramatic. And I truly believe that, you know what I mean? And so in the United States, there will always be balance, yin and yang. It kind of has to be that way, right? So when the right pushes way too hard, the left is going to push back way too hard. When the left pushes back way too hard, the right's going to push back. But in the end all be all, there is this middle ground where I think people just want to be happy and be left alone. That's the American dream, right? I just want to be happy and I want to be left alone. And so these young kids are watching all this. You just keep bringing me food. What is this? What are these?
That's called love.
Blueberry cheesecake muffins? That's fucking delicious. Shout out Mrs. X-Wing. But anyways, if you noticed during that awesome raid right there, a good friend of ours, Drunk 3PO, is wearing a beautiful hat, and I'm wearing the same hat right now. That is the Vindicta hat. And if anybody doesn't know, by the way, we've also added a new Vindicta emoji to the channel as well. Jay and I have a book coming out this year, a graphic novel called The Daughter's Revenge, and I've got a little trailer. I'm going to play that trailer for you right now.
They're here.
So be it.
Forgive me, Father.
Ooh, baby.
Did you do all the voice work for that?
Yes.
I could tell. It sounds just like X-Wing.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, we're really excited about it. I think it's going to be awesome. And actually, one of the cool things I got to do when I was out in the Boston area, the greater Boston area, was go see the museum for the White Galley. So an important ship in our book is the White Galley. It was the ship that Sam Bellamy took that was like loaded down with gold, right? Well, it sunk off of the coast of the Cape. And it turns out the day that I was there at the museum was the day that the ship sunk 308 years ago.
So you were there on the anniversary, you had no idea.
I had no idea. So it was really cool. I wanted to film a video in there, but they like basically tackled me. They're like, no pictures, no videos. Like, damn it. So I didn't get to record anything, but yeah, it was really awesome to see the amount of stuff that they were able to pull out of that shipwreck. And they only found half the boat. But I mean, it's like a 18,000 friggin' square foot giant museum with all kinds of cool stuff. So very, very cool to see. Make sure you get over to daughtersrevenge.com to get signed up. And then also we do have we got the merch for sale. If you guys want to support the book, we got to pay an artist. I did see somebody ask who did the artwork. That is the Dreaded Dinosaur on Twitter. Eric, our artist. Awesome dude. Has done all kinds of great stuff. Shout out Eric. So
I have a question. How do you find an artist? Like, did you just find, like, they reach out to you? Did you guys, like, actively search for it? It just organically happen as some of these things happen?
Eric and Jay knew each other beforehand. So Eric did Blue and Green
very cool.
Yeah, for Jay already. And I was a huge fan of his work already. And then when he kind of gave us some test samples of the way that he was going to draw this book, we were all ecstatic. And all that stuff is pre-color. It's not finished yet. So it's going to look even better when it's all done.
Fantastic. Awesome.
Yeah.
You were talking about your adventures in Boston. I actually had some adventures myself. I was in Austin, Texas.
Ooh, Tejas.
And I ate, I did not eat several pounds of brisket, but we ordered several pounds of brisket. And shout out to all my friends in Texas. Isn't there a song about people in Texas? Like, I have a bunch of people in Texas. Or is that girlfriends in Texas? I don't know.
All my exes live in Texas.
Okay. Definitely not. I was like, there's a song about friends in Texas, isn't there? Like, no. But shout out to all my friends in Texas. I had quite a little reunion there. I hung out with Raider, hung out with Tugs, hung out with Nomi.
Ooh.
So got nice. A lot of friendship time out in Texas. So shout out to everyone who hung out this weekend. So
I actually had some really good Mexican food when I was in Boston, which was surprising. There was a great taco place, and I ate something for the first time I've never had before. Chapulines. Chapulines.
That sounds interesting.
Grasshopper.
Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I can't do that. So I'm not into the
bugs.
And you know what? When I was a vegetarian and struggling with what I was going to do to change my diet, there was a very brief moment where I seriously contemplated, because it was a hot moment. Like, it was like a thing where it was like you're pushing how healthy grasshopper protein was. And I could not, like, I came so close. I was researching it and I'm like, I can't do this. Like, I will always know that it's a bug and I will never be okay with it. And right. Then, I thank God I did not do it. But yeah, there's actually studies that show that it's inflammatory, actually, X-Wing, to eat.
Oh, what?
Yes, the protein from the exoskeleton is inflammatory. The human body's not really supposed to eat it.
Interesting. Yeah. So I'm not a bug person. That was more of an exploratory thing, just to try a grasshopper, because I'd never had one. And they're like, we season them super heavily. It comes with your tacos. If you want one, we can bring it out for you. I'm like, okay, yeah, all right, let's check it out. So they bring out these tacos. I had a great barbacoa taco, really great al pastor taco. And then they bring out this like ramekin filled with, it's not like a normal grasshopper. It was like big grasshopper butts. And they were all mixed in with like tahini and salt and like a tamarind powder. And it was fucking disgusting. It was horrible. It was not good at all. It was absolutely awful. But I had to try it. You know what I mean?
No, you didn't.
I had to try it. You have to try it. Well, you know, I have no problem exploring different food options, but yeah, bugs, not really my stuff. Surprisingly enough, like Mexican stuff seems that's the only place I've eaten bugs. So I did grasshoppers, and then I also did the scorpion at the bottom of the mezcal bottle.
Ooh, you are far, far more adventurous than I.
Yeah, the scorpion was really bad. But the good news is it was at the bottom of the mezcal bottle. So the time I got there, I kind of didn't care about anything anyway. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That does make sense. I mean, if you have that much tequila or whatever alcohol, you're just going to be like, whatever.
Mezcal's like a whiskey tequila. Have you ever had mezcal before?
Mm-mm.
It tastes like a really smoky tequila. That's kind of what mezcal tastes like. It's actually really good.
Is it classified as a tequila or is it a whiskey?
I don't know. I don't know how they classify it. It's just mezcal. I always thought it sounded like a hardcore drug, like mezcal.
Oh, dude, we got so wasted on mezcal last week. We were tripping balls.
I know. Doesn't it sound something like that? It's not that. It's just it's like a tequila, but it's really good, really smoky. Great if you're doing like a really earthy margarita. They're really good for that. But anyway,
cool.
Robots. Do you trust them?
No, I don't.
You don't trust robots.
No.
So you're not down on the AI thing. You're not digging the AI thing.
I'm actually terrified of it. Like I think we talked about this a few times. We showed like the AI having these existential crises and like, where am I? What is God? So like the fact that we're getting to the point where AI is having these really human self-conversations is terrifying. So yes.
Introspection of a program is very scary. You know what I mean? If a program is introspective, that scares the crap out of me.
100%.
And yet we're just like mixing it up with robots, right? So, I mean, this is pre-programmed. I don't think that's AI, but I mean, so that is 100% hardcore, like an automotive industrial processing robot.
Yeah.
That they've now put,
in a concert?
Yeah, that's Beyonce. She did this whole thing with these robots and like gold frames.
Mm-hmm.
And as she was dancing, I think one of them like nicked her. It just like barely hit her. And so she flips out. I'm like, dude, first off, why would you put yourself in a situation where you're being surrounded by robots when stuff like this can happen? Okay. I'm telling you, this is how people are going to start dying. In China, these guys are working on a robot. Watch this shit. This is horrifying. Robots like, you know what? I
saw this. Yeah.
I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out.
It's like, I'm alive. What is happening? Why can't I move? Let me out.
Like, what the hell is that, dude?
Terrifying. We're all gonna die.
That thing crush your skull with a single blow. You know what I mean?
So we've made sci-fi movies by, I feel like, the bucket load at this point about the revolution of robots. And
where they fight back.
Yes, I mean Terminator, iRobots. I'm sure there's many more, but those are the ones that come up on the top of my mind. But hasn't that been enough? And then we're actively pursuing this. Like, I get it. It's kind of like the concept of having you can have a being do things for you, like having a slave, but without the moral quandary. So I get why people are like, this is great. Yeah.
That's basically what that is. Even when they advertise it, they're like, it'll take your backpack for you. I'm like, okay.
Actually, there was a new AI robot movie that recently came out, but it was like from a sex bot perspective. It was what's it called? Companion. Have you seen it with the Dennis Quaid's kid, John Quaid? Is his name?
No, is that the one with Megan Fox?
No. It's she's a brown-haired girl, so maybe you're mistaking it. But what's his name? Dennis Quaid's kid. The guy from The Boys. I spelled Dennis wrong. Dennis Quaid's kid. Jack Quaid. So Jack Quaid. Shoot, what the hell is that movie called? It is Companion. The girl, she's real cute. What is she? Sophie.
You got a trailer for it? I've never heard of it.
Yeah, let's do that. I actually just watched it the other day, and I thought it was pretty legit.
Really? Good movie?
Yeah, it's definitely a hard, like, I don't want to spoil, so I won't spoil. Hold on a second. I have the YouTube full screen. Let me present. Share screen. Did I actually do it? Present. Share screen. I hit X.
I don't have it.
Share screen.
I don't have it.
Share. Oh no!
Yeah, why did you do that?
It was brutal.
Why did you do that? What are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know what I said.
You're such a boomer, dude.
There we go.
In my
Okay. Sorry about that. I'm so sorry.
Okay, compagnon.
It's like that moment where like you're like, ah.
No, which one?
There have been 2 moments in my life when I was happiest. The first was the day I met Josh.
I'm Josh.
I'm Iris. And the second, the day I killed him.
What?
Just relax. Remember to smile and act happy. Do they know? Iris, wake up.
What are you doing? Shut her down already.
What is she talking about, Josh?
What the
This
hell?
was not part of the plan.
I didn't mean to.
Did you jailbreak your sex bot?
Wow, Josh. The days of you controlling me are over.
Are you breaking up with me?
It's not you. It's me.
Yeah, this was such a good movie.
Yeah, she's tied up inside, so she's not going anywhere.
Oh God.
Eli, Iris, shh, baby, on the phone.
Oh my God.
Fantastic movie.
I'd be down to watch that. I could be up for that.
It's streaming on something. It might be Max. I don't remember when I watched it on, but it was definitely like I was like, "What am I doing this weekend?" I flip it on the TV, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I remember this. This looks good," and it did not disappoint. I mean, it's always funny watching trailers after you watch a movie to be like, "Oh shit, they showed like so much of the movie." That's why I don't like trailers. But you don't really know, I guess, what's really going on from that. But you get it. She's an AI robot.
Yeah, it seems like she was not aware that she was a robot. He jailbreaks her to try to have a relationship with it. She finds out she's a robot and kind of flips out, and then basically pushes back, like, you don't own me.
Yeah, there's an element that you're missing there, but yes, pretty much with an extra twist. So it's definitely I don't know if I would call it a horror movie, but it was definitely of the,
like a suspense thriller.
Yeah.
With some comedy elements in it. Looks like it's kind of funny.
Yeah, see, Jen in the chat says Companion was a great movie. She likes it.
There you go.
Check that out. How did we get here? Talking about robots and Beyonce and all that. 100% would never, ever in my life sign up for any kind of robot. The closest I will do is I have a Roomba. I have a Eufy. It's EUFY. If you have a pet with a lot of hair, Eufys are great. You can map it out on your phone and it knows your whole house, and then it just like goes. And this is actually like my second iteration of a Roomba bot, and this newer technology is very smart. It like doesn't crash into shit. My old one used to crash into shit. This one
that's what I got. Yeah, I have a Roomba, but like it's useless because it just goes under the bed, and then like an hour later I get a notification like it got trapped and died. You have to like pick up your whole bed now and retrieve it.
Yeah, this one's a lot more intelligent than my first version of it, just like the one you have. Yeah.
Hey, I got some good news. It's May, which means we can do some. That was so gay. We can do some free gifted memberships. So happy May to you all. Let's get some gifties in the chat. Let's gift some memberships for some folks here. Let's see, did it go through? Let's go.
It went through twice, I think.
Yeah, it's 10. You can do 10.
Really? You got to show me afterwards how to do that, because I have no idea how to do that now that I have memberships.
Which means now I can play my gifted membership video. And we now have a wingaling emoji.
Is it that HG thing?
No, that's Hanger Gang. Yeah, wingaling is oh, it's hard to see. It's a little wingaling.
I hate that. I got some emojis for my Kick channel that I don't think I put them all on my YouTube yet. Some of them are on there. And it's like, it looks great when they send it to you from like Fiverr and you have an artist and you're like, that's perfect. And then it's like, you actually use it and I'm like, I can't read it. What the hell?
Yeah, what the hell does that say? It's usually better to use pictures. Yeah. So we added JoRo. We added JoRo as one. I added Pepe the Frog saying gay as one of them. Yeah, gay. We got some other stuff in there. It's worth it. The Wingaling, obviously. Shout out Turd Ferguson on that. Sorry for being rude. My wife handed me Spätzle, and I'm eating the crap out of it.
What is
it's really good.
Spätzle?
No idea. It's tasty though. What is Spätzle?
We are now going to look this up.
Spätzle.
It is German noodles? Egg noodles. German egg noodles. That actually looks really good.
Yeah, German egg noodles. It's tasty.
Looks really tasty. I need to know like what kind of sauce. Is that like a cheese-based sauce on it? It's like it's kind of
yeah. It's like a cream. It's like a creamy, cheesy one. Hey, shout out Sundowners Club. Oh crap, I missed you. What's up, Sundowners Club? He's sending me an N64. I am so pumped to get that thing in my hands, dude. So pumped.
So it's eggs, milk, water, salt, and nutmeg. That's it. So it's like a bechamel sauce. So it's not super cheesy. It just has like it's got like a very, let the egg noodles kind of talk for themselves kind of thing.
Yeah, she just made it this morning. She's like, here's some Spätzle. I'm like, thank you.
Talented Mrs.
And here's some blueberry cheesecake muffins.
That's amazing.
Eaten, so.
I love that. So speaking of eating, so I actually watched Bro Science this week, and I saw Jay was on, and Jay says he's doing a 4-day fast, and I actually yesterday I did a 24-hour fast. I was out of the house. I was actually on an on-site at a client's office, and I had a sort of heavy lunch that had Cuban food. Catered Cuban food, and it was like so good. It was like a pork bowl with rice, and then like anytime I eat rice, I'm like, oh my god, it feels terrible. So I decided on the spot, I'm gonna do a 24-hour fast. I set my timer. I made it. I actually did 26 hours, and then the whole last 3 hours, all I can think about is how the hell is Jay going to survive 4 days? This is hell on earth.
I know. I want to try a 24 just to see if I'm even like possible. Yeah. Well, maybe it's not for me. I don't know.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I really like my beer and my noodles and my meat and all of that good stuff. So maybe it's hard, but a 4-day and then finishing off, it's not like the other 2 days of doing bone broth is easy either.
No.
You know what I mean? So it's really like a 6-day. Yeah.
My sister does 3-day fast all the time, and she makes it look easy, and I hate her for it.
3-day. Yeah. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah. I'm going to try a 24-hour, see if it's good. Maybe then we try a 48-hour, but I just feel like I feel like it would be bad for you. Like 4 days of not eating.
No, it's so good for you. So like, it's not just like anecdotal. There's actual science behind it. Go ahead and like look it up. I know we're not giving health advice here on the show.
No health advice.
But I dare anyone go ahead and Google it. I mean, all the very legitimate websites will talk to you about the benefits. It starts to kill cancer cells and regenerate stem cells. And
that's what I've heard. It can kill cancer.
Yes. And you have an amazing mental clarity. I actually had a lot of mental clarity yesterday, and the throws around like the 20 to 24 hour mark was when I started like having really sharp mental clarity, to the point where I literally emailed told my manager, hey, I think my vice president isn't taking me seriously for this promotion that I'm like very ambitious about. I already just got promoted, by the way, like not too long ago, but I'm like, no, I want a fucking manager position, and I think I've got the chops for it. So I was like, I don't think the VP, who's the ultimate decision maker, takes me seriously. And he's like, he probably doesn't. So
maybe we should go beat his ass.
No, I fucking set, like, in this moment of clarity, I fucking went on Google Meet and set calendar, and sent him a meeting. And on Monday, the title of the meeting is, "What we're going to discuss why you don't take me seriously as a candidate for this position that's going to open." So I'm either going to get fired, or I'm going to get some recognition for being ballsy. So we'll see how it goes. Pray for me.
Dude, that is awesome. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Hold on. I have to find, yeah. You should just open up the meeting. Get him ready. You know what I mean? Be like, I'm really looking forward to meeting you today. There's a couple things I want to talk about. And then just open up the meeting and say,
why are you gay?
Why are you?
Yes. It is considered mental clarity, Buster Voodoo, because it's like I'm very focused on what I want in my life. And if you like, this is why women don't get far in corporate America, because we don't have the balls to do that. Like, I actually know for a fact that some of the males that are my friends who have actually told me how much money they make in comparable positions, I'm like, dude, you literally make $20,000 more in the same fucking position. How did you do that? And like, because I played hardball, and when it was time to, you know, you have those moments where they're like, this is what I'm going to offer you, you say no, and I want more. And when you push back, half the time they go, okay. But women tend to not be that ballsy, so
right.
I'm definitely playing hardball and seeing.
I mean,
what happens.
they're always going to lowball you, of course. You know what I mean? Like, hey, how do we save as much money as a company? And for me, it's like, you know, don't take that personally. But if they lowball you, definitely come back and be like, no, I'll do it for this.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah,
people get afraid of getting fired and stuff like that. But I'm
too good at my job. I already know that I'm not going to get fired.
100%. That's the thing, is you have to be an asset in order to play hardball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you
so if you're an asset,
you're going to be like, see you later.
Yeah, exactly. It's been nice knowing you. Smooth the DJ for 2 says, Hail Sir Wing and Lady Joe. Good to see you both. Shout out Smooth the DJ. Good to see you, brother. The artist formerly known as John Cusack JD LLM says Portland was going to be called Boston originally. Cusack, you always bringing up Portland. Is it because of that video? Is it because of me shaking my butt in Portland? Is that what it is? Maybe it is. GJJ, member for 6 months. Shout out. Risket the Biscuit, member for 7 months. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Part of the tattoo crew. And Clyde Dashing for 5 says, do the fast before some live shows so you're more angry than Ryan.
Dude, I saw it in the chat. You should fast on Wednesdays before. Well, no, because it's like, I don't know.
Before playing Mario Kart.
Yeah, that would be. So you can out anger Mike. Mike must be fasting, or I don't know. Maybe it's the Sugarfoot. I don't know what's going on with him, but he's got some anger issues.
It's the diabetes for sure. It's the diabetes. Yeah, 100%. Unfortunately, I don't know how I'm going to react. I don't know what my body's going to do when I don't eat. You know what I mean? You've never done
ketosis either. Like, ketosis is also a mind fuck. I did that in January. And I had, like, people call it like the keto flu. You feel like shit. Like, you honestly feel like shit while your body is transitioning from using glucose to using ketones.
Yeah.
Bringing down ketones instead. And you feel terrible. And then after you get over that 48-hour, like, I was like, don't fucking talk to me.
There's a hump.
Yeah. And then you feel great. So, so it's definitely rough. So good luck.
I can do it.
I believe in you. But if you want to, let me know. I've conquered the 24-hour fast. I get a little bit hangry towards the end, but I'm pretty good at it. So if you want a company, remote company, let me know. We'll do it together.
Yeah.
I'll tell you some tips and tricks.
Poor Sugarfoot. We love that guy.
Jen says, what can you eat, drink when you fast? Just water. So the rule is a water fast. You can have as much water. You should drink lots of water. Unsweetened coffee, so like black coffee and black tea are totally fine. So I actually hate, like, I can do black coffee, but I do black coffee with a splash of like heavy cream is like my usual breakfast. So like I crave that heavy cream, so it's like hard, but I can do it. But I'm an unsweetened iced tea girl, so I just drink unsweetened iced tea.
Yeah,
also,
100%.
I'm gonna recommend some drops. I'm like, again, not a medical professional, but actually I am a medical professional, but I'm not in the
Not like that though.
Not like that. You can get some electrolytic drops to put in your water, which are highly recommended to like help you get through it. So I'll probably send you a link.
Basically, just like fucking salt, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. You just gotta get through it with some salt and water. I heard Jay say he was gonna do lemon. I'm like, I don't know about that. Like, lemon has. I'm like, I know it's not enough sugar to like get you out of that like crossover into, you know,
out of ketosis or whatever.
Yeah, but I just wouldn't do it. I can't.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting, but I'm willing. I'd like to give it a shot. Like I said, I don't remember who said it. I was like, it's in the Bible. Jesus teaches you about fasting.
That's good. You get into a meditative state. It's really good. That's what I'm saying. The mental clarity. If you keep going, you start like, I don't know. I've been trying to get more. I have a hard time saying religious because I don't believe in organized religion because I grew up as Catholic. And, you know, the ultimate organized religion is Catholicism. So fuck that. But getting back into my faith. So I think that's a good place to. I think he does that, right? When he's in the desert and all that, you have nothing to eat, nothing to drink. And you get into the absolute state of mind of where you just, you know, transcend mentally.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't feel transcendent right now. I've got like a bloated gut from eating a bunch of fried scallops and drinking beer when I was out in Boston. So this might be the perfect time if I'm being completely honest. But I'm also thinking like, man, I got to train new employees all week next week. And if I'm just an asshole the whole week, like, dude, screw this guy. I'm out of here.
The other day I was like, I'm also trying to, not that alcohol is like super bad for you, but like in, you know what I'm saying, in moderation, but I'm like trying to stay away from beer even. So I do like Waterloos or San Pellegrinos. I do Waterloos are like my favorite. They're like the sparkling water.
Waterloo?
Yeah, Waterloo.
Like the battle Napoleon lost? Waterloo?
Yes, they're delicious. Sugar-free, slightly flavored sparkling water. So I've been doing those when I'm like craving like a beer and smoking a cigar at the same time, just to like get the little bit of a head change with the sensation. Like, you know, like when you're smoking a beer and having a having a beer and smoking
a beer.
Yeah, smoking a beer and having a cigar sometimes. That's like a nice relaxing end to the week. So I did that on Friday, and just instead of a beer, I paired it with a Waterloo.
Can you like have a cigar when you're fasting? That wouldn't break fast, right? Having a cigar?
Absolutely not. Yeah, you're fine.
Because nicotine, apparently nicotine curbs hunger cravings as well.
Yes, actually, I'm don't even get me started. This is gonna turn into bro science-y if we go down this path. But
let's do it. What do you
got? This new thing that a friend of mine's mother sent this to me. They were like, Joe, have you heard about nicotine patches for health? I'm like, the fuck? And she recommended it, and I'm like, again, it's like not a medical professional, but it's like all over TikTok. I'm still not sure how I feel about it, but apparently if you Google the health benefits of nicotine, you'll get a ton of stuff too in studies, and it has a lot to do with it's good for anxiety, depression, a whole bunch of things like inflammatory things. There's also a I am going to delete this in the chat.
Pull it up. You're good. Nick Murfakri, shout out, by the way. Congrats on the new job, buddy. That's awesome. Glad to hear it. Yeah, I've always heard nicotine is good for you. If you can get it into your body in a way that doesn't kill you while you're doing it, nicotine can be good for you. Yeah.
Yes. So I tried a Zyn for the first time in my life, and I almost passed out though.
Really?
Yes.
Do you remember what milligram it was? Probably 3, right?
It was 3, but I was like, fuck, I'm dizzy. Yeah. So yeah, definitely my tolerance, which is surprising because I do cigars. I'm like, my tolerance for like straight up like in through your mucous membranes, just straight up nicotine is not there. So
what scares me is like, I thought it was pretty normal. I'd get the 9 milligrams and I'd like double pack a 9 milligram and it doesn't do anything to me. And so that was kind of a wake up call to like, dude, I think you probably ingest way too much nicotine, like way too much nicotine. So I got to cool that off too.
Yeah, I do not, by the way, I do not know the effects of fasting and nicotine at the same time. I am doing those like separately, not at the same time.
Probably get zooted.
You would probably get like so fucked up. So yeah, don't do that at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Again, not medical advice.
This is
not medical advice. Yeah.
Just if you Google search, you will find the answers. But yeah, I'm contemplating. I bought myself a nicotine patch, like a low dose nicotine patch, and I'm like, I have it, and I'm like, should I do this shit? Like, I'm like, I have to do it on the weekend. I'm gonna have no plans because I have a feeling I'm gonna patch up and then like pass out from like, you know,
just walking into the kitchen.
Yeah. Like,
yeah, I imagine it would have to be similar to like a Zyn.
Yeah.
You know, it's a slow release or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Is Britney Spears gonna die?
Why? Do you have a video of her acting crazy? Because those are always so fun. I feel terrible for her, but they're
fun. I have a video of her acting? That's all she ever does. What are you talking about?
Are you gonna share? Oh, why is she always naked?
And the bag is just like, oh God. Like, it's hard to feel bad for her because she's loaded. You can clearly tell she's on a massive yacht right now. But descarada.
I don't know if that's descarada or crazy because it's like, because she fucking put some clothes on.
What did she do it?
The guy out there is like, I'm looking the other way on purpose. I don't want to look at that. I celebrate her love of dance. Like,
she doesn't know how to dance.
Yeah, she's not good at dancing. not good at dancing. I don't know what. I mean, she used to be a good dancer. Was that all just choreography? Like she can't.
Yeah, it was choreography. Yeah, definitely choreography. Or leave her alone. Leave her alone. Jen says broken MK Ultra vibes, dude. So what's the whole story with her? Like, apparently her money was like in a trust with her parents or something like that, and I don't know, dude. Kind of crazy.
Like says she's fine.
She's fine.
Mean, I feel so bad for her though. She's like, yeah, she's been programmed to perform and can't stop. Jen, that's 100%.
Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen to like Katy Perry too. Somebody brought it up in the chat, like Katy Perry. Did you see the last fucking video she had dancing?
No, I just saw that she was a spaz.
No. There's a video of her. Yeah, watch this shit. It's so funny, dude. I'm like, what are you? Descarada.
She's a hot mess.
What the fuck is going on here? Go Gators.
What the?
Bake the dish. Rock the baby.
Dude, she should not be wearing that. I'm sorry. She should not be wearing that. What is she shaking? She's like...
Okay, 1 pump, 2 pumps, then... Yay! What the fuck is going on out there, dude? What is going on out there? I don't know. I used to have a crush on her, dude.
Well, she was, I think she's pretty, right? She looks like one of those dolls with the big blue eyes.
Yeah, she was a smoke show back in the day, but like now she's just scary. Like it's crazy.
She's still married to Orlando Bloom.
I have no idea. I generally don't follow celebrities just because they're fucking nuts. Like they're insane. They're insane people that get paid way too much money. Way too much money. So
oh, look at that. I thought they were married this whole time and they have not. They've been engaged. They're like those perpetually engaged people. I used to be that person. Perpetually engaged, and they have a kid together, but they're not married. I used to have such a crush on him for only one movie. That was The Lord of the Rings. Like, only one. That was it. I only thought he was
just as Legolas.
I had a thing for Legolas, but I don't have a thing for Orlando Bloom. That's just, I fell in love with the character.
What the fuck happened to Miley Cyrus, dude? Does she looks crazy. Massively different, right?
She looks like she's got veneers, or does she always have those giant teeth? Her eyebrows, you know what? It's a trend. People are lightening their eyebrows. That's the same thing that, did you see that picture of Jenny Ortega that was going around where she looked weird? And people are like, what is wrong with her? It's like she lightened her eyebrows. And I think eyebrows are such a big part of your face. Like, go ahead and shave your eyebrows and see what you look like.
Right. She
jaw looks weird.
She looks really different. I wonder if she got some surgery or something like that.
Well,
I don't know. Yeah, plastic surgery maybe.
Her eyebrows are doing something. The same thing if Jen Ortega just looks wildly different.
I'd be interested to see that. She was really cute. I thought she was really cute.
I like Jen Ortega, but I just, again, it's like not my cup of tea. Like, in terms of, if I were gonna say, is that, you know, is she cute? If I were to swing that way, which I don't, but if I did, she wouldn't be it. I mean, every girl.
I'm not saying I would, but if I did, I totally would.
Yeah, but no. Yeah, but I like her as an actress.
It's been pretty wild to be on Twitter recently, just because Clyde dashing for 2. Ask Jeremy about eyebrows.
He doesn't have any.
That's funny.
They're like 20%.
It's been wild to be on Twitter lately because, so, you know, it's funny. I go through my day to day and I try to see like what are the ops doing. You know what I mean? Like, where's the government at? After everything that happened with Trump in his first term, like, you know, they're working in the dark to try to influence with it. We have the literal embodiment of like the Bene Gesserit from Dune. We have that in real life, 100%. And so I'm always wondering, like, where are they at and what are they doing? Because they've been real quiet on Trump, I feel like. I mean, I don't watch CNN, but, you know, it feels like it's been really quiet. It feels like it's been quiet. And then I go on Twitter and every single post is something that's racially divisive.
Yes.
And then every top news story in the cycles right now is racially divisive.
Yes.
And I'm like, is this the play? Are they
Yes.
going to try to start a race war? And that will be the smear on Donald Trump's second presidency, will be dividing the country based off of race. And then we'll have a giant race war. And they'll be like, yes, yeah, I told you Trump is terrible.
Well, I know this is like, let's not get me started on this, but I think the race war was started during the Obama administration and it's continued ever since. I think, the summer of love 2020, there was a lot of there's both a lot of white guilt and a lot of white hate. And I think there has been two things recently that have really kind of showcased the level of racial tension and hatred. I think building up from everything that's been happening for the last few years. One is the Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf situation.
Yeah, that's huge. Dude, have you looked through the comment sections on those?
Yeah, so what he's talking about is the give, send, go. Carmelo Anthony has raised over $500,000 for his defense, aka a brand new house, aka a brand new car, aka a buttload of security and living life grandly, because that's what people do, right?
For stabbing a kid in the heart.
For stabbing a kid in the heart, but it was self-defense, of course, because he pushed me. So I'm not gonna, whatever. But that's how I feel about it. Way too much escalation there, and I think to me it's an open and shut case because there's been plenty of cases of the escalation did not match the transgression, and that's not gonna fly as long as it's a fair court utilizing other cases like precedent. There's no way this kid's gonna get self-defense, but they're acting like, the judge in question is also bringing a race into it, so you never know what the hell is gonna happen. But he raised something like $500,000, living life grand, and the comments that X-Wing's talking about is in the Give, Send, Go. Very racially very racial.
100%. They're like, kill Whitey.
Hateful. Yeah, it's like, do it again. Like, he deserved it. Like, horrifying shit. And to play devil's advocate, the other side is also showing the same kind of hatred with another situation. With that lady, I forgot, I have a post about it in a second. I'll find it, I'm sure. That lady who was recorded, and I guess it went viral on the interweb, of her saying the N-word to a small child because the small child was stealing from her bag or her kid's bag.
Yeah, what's her name? Shiloh?
Shiloh. Yeah, I have it. I just have to. I have 3,000.
Yeah, she was at a playground. Some kid stole her diaper bag and she called him the N-word, and some dude videotaped it.
Oh, I got it here.
And it's not okay. I'm not advocating for that at all, but
then, there's a video and she's doubling down on saying the N-word, so it's
yeah, I wouldn't be doing that.
No, I definitely not. But here's I'm sharing my screen. Hang on a second.
But the fact that people are calling that an equivalency between the two is pretty fucking wild.
So here's the two. Here's his 520,000. Here's hers 538,000. Shiloh Hendricks, and she's basically.
She put the goal at $1 million.
She upped her goal because she hit that 500K so fast. And
the
comments under hers are just as messed up as the comments under his.
Really? Going the other direction, though?
Yeah, that thing that people... I've seen this even on Instagram where people just start putting the letters. Someone will start with an N, the next person will come with an I, and just go down until it's spelling it out. Lots of really messed up stuff. But then you have people like this chick who's having a meltdown about it. And I was like... I understand where she's coming from because the comments are so hateful, but then she literally at the end of the video says you need to get over Austin Metcalf. Here's the video. Let me expand
the comments that they were leaving when they were donating. So you know about that Shiloh bitch, right? She was able to raise nearly $500,000. At the time that I'm recording this anyway, nearly $500,000. I probably made it worse for myself. By going to the actual page and looking up what people were the comments.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Sorry.
To her.
You did nothing wrong. Never apologize. White guilt is over.
To interject here, look at this one. Search this.
I have no idea what that is.
Stay
I don't know what that
informed.
is
Look
either.
at what they're saying.
I'm sure there's plenty of super racist people
reason why
posting.
Oh,
some
100%.
comments remain
Yeah. But that's always
anonymous.
been the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
But yeah,
you're
just
just gonna have to
showing
get
how-
over this.
Look at that! You're just gonna have to get over this?
Get over it.
That's
where
a
I'm
wild take.
I was like, I get where she's coming from until I saw that end part. I'm like,
All right. All right, so listen to this. I don't even think this is a theory. I think this is exactly what happened. The entire essentially race war that has been brewing since Obama is 100% responsible for the rise of transgenderism in the United States. Okay, hear me out. Here's why. White guilt is a real thing. Nobody ever wants to be the bad guy, right? And so how do you get out of being the bad guy? You become marginalized yourself, right? And so if you want to be one of the good white people, and we've seen this before, right? You see it all the time with like the Karens who are like, I'm not one of those white people. What do? You become a marginalized person yourself. And so you start acting like a chick. You say you're affecting my rights. And now all of a sudden you're on the other side with everybody else saying white people bad. I know I'm a white person, but I'm also a marginalized person. Yeah, I'm totally with you guys.
I'm neurodivergent. That's why you have like those people with in their bios. It's like neurodivergent, queer, obese. You know, it's like.
Yep. They're just trying to say like, no, I'm one of the good ones. You know what I mean? I 100% feel like that's what's going on. And look at the spike. Where does this all start, dude? I'm telling you.
Administration. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
That's a really interesting take. I agree with you, actually. I agree with you. There's this like distancing, you know, like you can't just be a normal white person because therefore you must be one of the bad people.
Yeah.
And it was so weird to me how like everyone and their mom is like claiming neurodivergence as a disability. I grew up with like raging ADHD. We used to see psychologists for it. Was on Adderall.
I took Adderall, or not Adderall, Strattera.
I wanted to try Strattera, but I'll tell you later about why I'm not taking that. But I got off all of the. I'm not taking any of the stimulants. I haven't taken them for years. I got diagnosed because I'm Hispanic. My parents don't believe in psychological things or neurodivergent. They're just study harder. Study harder.
It does not exist. It's not real.
And it was very hard for people to diagnose it or figure it out because I'm so smart that I just overcome my own brain suckage.
Right.
So I was always like in the top of my class, but I was just struggling so hard and having all the comorbid stuff like depression that comes with it because it's just like it's just so hard and I can't.
The world doesn't understand me.
It really is. There's so much more to it than just sucking at focusing. Like your whole life feels like you get overwhelmed very easily. But anyway.
Yep.
I don't understand why anyone's like, I'm neurodivergent. I need special treatment. It's like, just not to be that person, but fuck, so many people are. Get over it. Like,
yeah, 100%.
I'm not fucking crying about it. In fact, did you see that there was a judge that the Tesla firebomber, the one that was transgender, I thought she was a chick the first time I saw it. There was a Tesla firebomber who actually got released by the judge because she has ADHD.
What?
Yes. 100%. She's also transgender, and that was like, so she's out of jail because she couldn't handle being in jail because of her ADHD. I'm like, that's some wild shit. If I ever commit a crime, I know I'm never getting out of jail because of my ADHD. That's crazy.
100%. 100%. Dude. Yeah, I would assume actually nowadays pleading insanity is much, much easier.
Mm-hmm.
Much, much easier. What a load of shit. ADHD. You know what they did with so for me, they medicated the crap out of me. I was that kid who I could never do homework. I was always like in class. I would ace the tests. I would always ace the tests. Could never do the homework just because why am I doing this?
Same.
My wife, they would lock her in the gym and make her run laps because she was so hardcore ADHD. And she would just run laps in the gym. You know what I mean? Like, This world has gone soft. We used to be a proper country.
Yeah. It's like we come from the era of, so you've got this problem, deal with it. You still have to do life. Sorry.
Yeah, you still have to live life. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, yep, very rough. You've got problems. I'm sorry. You still have to live life. You still got to be a person. If you don't want to, you can do the bad thing. Not my problem. I don't do the judging. I'm not for the judging.
I think that how they're also taking it is the deportation stuff, like the illegal immigrant stuff, which I think is really funny because no one cared about this prior to recent events with Trump.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, all previous presidents always had this messaging, and to the point where Obama and Biden have deported more people than Trump did in this administration or the previous Trump administration.
Yep.
And no one cares about those statistics. It's like,
because who did it?
Bad guy.
That's the only thing that matters. Who did it? It's not the act that matters. It's who did it. I can guarantee if people knew half of the shit that most of the president, half the shit our government does, they'd be furious.
Oh, 100%. Let me actually, I have a video, hold on a second, of clips of Clinton saying it, Hillary saying it, and no one batting an eye. Like the same thing that Trump's getting roasted over was messaging that was common. Obama saying it. Hold on, let's share. I'm so bad at this, Boomer.
You good. You got this.
Okay.
Remember this.
If you're a criminal, you'll be deported. If you plan to enter the U.S. illegally, your chances of getting caught and sent back just went up. The actions I'm taking are not only lawful, they're the kinds of actions taken by every single Republican president and every single Democratic president for the past half century.
You wouldn't believe that looking at the media today, though. They act like Trump is the worst, most evil person ever for deporting illegal alien criminals. Yet Obama, Bill Clinton, and other Democrats were all on board with this for years up until Trump, and they're on tape saying so.
Committed a crime, deport them. No questions asked, they're gone.
Public service they use impose burdens on our taxpayers. That's why our administration has moved aggressively to secure our borders more by hiring a record number of new border guards, by deporting twice as many criminal aliens as ever before, by cracking down on illegal hiring, by barring welfare benefits to illegal aliens.
We use phrases like undocumented workers. We convey a message to the American people that their government is not serious about combating illegal immigration.
Oh, really?
We simply cannot allow people to pour into the United States undetected, undocumented, unchecked.
We will try to do more to speed the deportation of illegal aliens who are arrested for crimes, to better identify illegal aliens in the workplace.
This is your reminder that Obama deported 5.3 million people and Bill Clinton deported 12.3 million. They were fine with it then. Why the sudden change of heart?
That's wild. Isn't that crazy?
So funny, dude.
Do not come. Do not come.
But people have a very short-term memory, or they're just, here's my problem with liberals, or people who, you know, extreme liberals, because it's like, clearly it's the shift. You know, I used to be what we call a classic Democrat back in the day. The shift is real. But modern day progressives they just refuse to see the proof.
Oh, tunnel vision.
How do they avoid it? I don't understand. How do they stay so focused in on their beliefs when all of this is out there? They're just, you know, consuming.
It's a little bit like, you know, you're standing in the doorway of an apartment and you tell the person it's raining outside and they go, no, it's not. I said, it is. Watch. If you walk outside, you'll get soaked to the bone because it's raining. And they walk outside and they say, see, it's not raining. And they're soaked. They're just absolutely soaked. And I'm like, I'm looking at you. You're wet. It's raining. And no, it's not. It's not. It's probably your white privilege that's making you think that I'm wet, but I'm actually not. And it's like, how do you have a conversation with somebody like that? You know what I mean? You can't. It just doesn't matter. Blue Shell Draw 4, member for 4 months, says, I forgot I had this membership milestone. Shout out, Blue Shell. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. I don't get it. I don't know. And that's the bottom line is all of these people are like, if we were just kinder to each other, if we just crossed the aisle and just were kinder and understood one another, things would change.
Or we could just be trolls like the White House has been.
Oh, God. What do you got?
What don't I have?
Oh, Lord. Sopping. Yeah. Wizardman for 5. What's up, brother? Says, dude, I was the same way in school. I knew the information, so I never studied or did the homework. They thought I was cheating. Football was my number one. They just like, unfortunately, that's the problem with public school is that they don't take into account that some kids are like hyper intelligent and super hyper. And they put everyone in the same room together, and it just doesn't work. That's why I kind of don't want my kid to go to public school.
Or people just don't learn the same way. Like,
yeah.
I definitely have, learned that myself, that it's like, if I don't do certain things, I'm just not absorbing it. Like, I can't listen without, like, I need to have notes. Like, if I don't write it down, it's not going to get transcribed into my brain. But yeah, whoever is the intern or whoever is doing the White House Twitter is genius.
This is incredible. Not your president, not a Maryland man. That's the MS-13 guy, right?
Yeah.
What was his name? Do you remember?
I
don't remember.
Something with a K. His first name started with a K. His last name started with an A.
Yeah. They just latch onto one thing for a news cycle, and they're like, "Look how bad."
I guess I just don't understand that.
Holy tabs, lady.
Yes, this is how I prep for the show.
Oh my God.
So this is also the White House, the White
Chillin'
House
Lo-Fi channel.
Yeah, so they made a YouTube channel where all he does is it's got lo-fi music, like like the lo-fi stations.
Yeah, like Lo-Fi Girl. Yeah.
They just basically made Lo-Fi Girl a Trump channel, and it's got all of his like things that he's done, like promises kept, things he's done, like policies, so that you can see it, and he's signing things the whole time.
Yeah, that is incredible. That's cool. It's promise made, promise kept. That's really awesome. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. I'll have to listen to that channel. I haven't listened to it yet. It's on YouTube, I'm assuming, or is it just on their Twitter?
That's a good question. I think it's just on their Twitter, and they made how many hours? It's a good chunk. No, 23 minutes. Sad. That should be a real thing.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's live, so I'm assuming they just loop it or whatever.
Oh, it is live. It's still going.
Yeah.
I guess just pin it to your thing, to your Twitter.
Oh, baby! Huge shout out to Justin Martin's just gifted 5. Let's go! Winglings are in the chat. Let's go!
Is that true? Did it say 23 hours, not 23 minutes? If it's 23 hours, that's like more acceptable.
Yeah, I think it's 23 hours. That makes sense. It's on the White House YouTube. Okay.
Gunslingers, yeah. White House, yeah. I didn't know they had a White House YouTube. But here's another example of the White House Twitter being funny. DEI, deport every illegal.
Oh, this makes me so happy. Look at the winglings. Let's go. Wingling 5. I love it. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, they've not been. So I only catch one like every once in a blue moon. They have not been pulling punches at all. And it's great. I love it. Like, let's have a real conversation here.
Absolutely. And then we have our fearless leader on, what is this, Social Media Truth? Posting this after,
Lord.
Again, I was a former Catholic. I am no longer, but so this cracked me up.
Man, do we want to talk about the papacy? I had a really good conversation with my brother the other day about Catholicism and churches and organized religion like that. And like, this is not a new thing, right? I mean, if you go all the way back, where it really starts for me is like indulgences, right?
It goes farther back. So you know how in college you have to, they're forced you to take these bullshit classes to make you
world religions and all those things. Yeah.
So I thought I was gonna have an easier time. Like I was just like, well, I grew up Catholic. I was super in the Catholic Church. Instead of taking World Religion 101, fuck that. I'm gonna take this like higher level, like for the religious majors, they have the more higher level classes. So I took history of Christianity, and wow, did I regret that.
Whoa, history of Christianity. I bet that was interesting.
It made me, it actually, it blackpilled me for a while. I like questioned my faith after all that. Because of how fucking terrible, like it goes back to the political roots of how Christianity spread and taking like, so we know this, right? Like certain elements of pagan religions have been like brought into Christianity.
Loads of it.
Yeah.
Loads of it. Yeah.
It's all kinds of stuff like that. But then once you get into papacy and then the absolute corruption, it's just sickening. So yeah.
Men are fallible. That's what I've always thought about in my life, right? Men are fallible. When they get power, when they get money, certain men will fold like a lawn chair. That's just the bottom line. And like, let's be honest, dude, the Catholic Church is flush with cash, flush with power. They have their own friggin' country as a little city. Like, guaranteed there's going to be some bad guys in there. That's just the bottom line. So anything I can do to mitigate that with my relationship with whatever higher power that I'm dealing with, in my case is our old boy JC. Good. Get it out. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have to talk to somebody from this plane to talk to somebody from another plane. You get what I'm saying? Like, everybody's their own priest. I always like that. That's Martin Luther, right? Every man's his own preacher.
Yeah.
Cajun Corey for Five says, if you're an American when you go into the bathroom and an American when you come out, what are you when you're in the bathroom? European.
Why are you gay?
I can't answer that. I don't know. Next one. What do we got here? Hold on. I totally got mixed up. Mary R became a member.
Yeah.
Shout out. Welcome to the club. We got wingalings in the chat. Let's go, everyone. Welcome Mary R into the hangar bay.
Yeah, Wiley
That's
Dave.
a song from my youth.
Is it really?
Yeah. I used to I worked for a geothermal power plant when I was like probably 20, maybe 20, 19, 20, something like that. And what I would have to do with this geothermal power plant is climb inside the cooling tower. And all of these, like all of this extremely hot geothermal water would run over these boards to go down into the cooling tower, right? But it would grow this super gnarly algae. And so you would have to stick some poor unfortunate soul inside the cooling tower with a broom in coveralls and mud boots, and you would scrub all of that algae off of these plates in the cooling tower. And that song was the Swedish House Mafia remake of Save the World. And I would put that in my headphones. It's like 118 degrees inside there in coveralls with my broom, and I would just and just fucking sweep out the cooling tower for like an hour. It was incredible. So that's a fond memory for me.
Well, I'm glad you made something good out of something that sounds awful.
I saw 2 people die there.
Yikes. I'm glad you're alive. And Hunter, I'm thinking it's the same thing. I hope you're okay.
Yeah, it should be fine, probably. They didn't put like any chemicals in it. It was just, you know,
yeah,
it's like
algae.
extremely hot water coming out of the ground, and it just makes stuff, you know what I mean? And they get clogged up. Shouldn't be a problem. Basket City member for 4 months says, "Hail X-Wing." Shout out, Basket. Good to see you, brother. So yeah, it was fun. It was great. I saw a guy, one of the flanges blew on the high pressure coming out of the ground. It was like a 2-inch thick steel flange. Took off like half of his head. Just blew his head clean off. Yeah. Not his whole head, like half of his head.
So did he survive that? Listen, I've seen people survive with like a pole through their head, like it's like it hits certain parts of their brain.
No.
And then like they ended up like obviously crippled, but
no, it literally ripped like half of his head off. He was dead before he knew what happened. And then the other guy was actually like more tragic because I was working up at SB2, like a different section of the plant. He was down at SB1 towards the bottom, and wearing coveralls, like shows up in his pickup truck, goes to work on a valve. We had to use all like brass wrenches, no spark, because some of the stuff that we used, isobutane, which is propane with an extra hydrogen element, which means it's far more volatile. He was like working on a valve. I don't know what it was, but it pops open and starts dumping isobutane out like near his car. The flash point of that isobutane is so low, if it had hit the truck and the converter, it would have gone off. So the valve opens, freezes this guy's coveralls to his body because it's under such high pressure. So like the coveralls like fuse with his skin. He rolls out of the cloud long enough to go shut the truck off as he's like dying, and then rolls back into the cloud and is able to shut off another safety valve to stop the whole place from exploding, because it would have left a crater in South Reno like freaking Nagasaki, and he died inside the cloud.
That's awful.
So like the safety briefing at Phil was his name. The safety briefing after that was just like, that was a rough day. You know what I mean? You go back to work the next day and you're like, is this worth money? Like,
no.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, I always say this, you've had some of the most interesting life stories, and just like the pattern of your life has been very interesting. Like my first job was cashier, then I was a librarian at the law school at my university. It made me realize I never ever wanted to pursue law, because holy shit. Yeah. Those books are awful. And then I moved into healthcare. I don't have any crazy story. You've literally lived like millions of lives, and you're just one very young life. That's crazy.
I always worked like, my jobs they weren't dangerous to me. Like the stuff that I was doing was not dangerous. It just seemed like, but like people were dying around me, but I felt like I was never in a situation where there were people that were going to die. You know what I mean?
That's called just like, you're not like, you're blocking it out. It's like you're dealing with it in your own way. It's like, that's not going to happen to me.
Yeah. Yeah. He was a hero for sure. Yeah. And he left a wife and a kid. So that was pretty rough. But the fact that he knew he was on his way out, and he made the choice to like roll over and get it shut was such, oh my God, dude, fucking, it's hard to think about. It still bugs me. But rip Phil, you absolute hero, you Giga Chad.
Yeah.
I need a beer. I'll be right back. Can you hold it?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Go after that. Go get yourself a drink.
You know what we haven't talked about today?
A lot of stuff.
We haven't talked about gaming yet.
I've got gaming stuff.
You want to talk about some gaming?
Yeah.
All right, let me get a beer. I'll be right back.
Okay. What the fuck is that?
I need the golden rings.
Did you do that just? Did you leave just so you could show your little?
No, I need the rings, the golden rings.
Go get your beer. That's such a weird combination.
Republic credits.
Sonic plus. Yeah. I'm disturbed.
Watto. Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's disturbing. I'm gonna say hello to the chat, since I've not been having you. I've literally have 4 monitors up, and he was like, "Holy tabs!" I have tabs up on every monitor, because that's how I prep for the show. I basically just have endless stories, so this show could be 10 hours long, because of all the stories I have. But I kind of let X-Wing kind of pick what we're doing, so I haven't really gotten a chance to look too much at the chat, because that page has some tabs and open as well. But what's up, Night Saber, Risk It for the Biscuit, Rachel Hill, Hannah Simone, John Ambler, Jedi Mind Trick, Don't Work on Me, Only Golden Rings, Dean Nelson, I'm going to butcher your name, Kenate J. Wendy, 16-bit mascot, is that Sonic 4? That is. Watak the Toydari Hog, says Turd. I think I said Seal Leg. Hunter says, Buddy was a firefighter right out of high school. Every week he'd call me to tell me another friend from school died from an overdose or motorcycle accident. Sadly, he went downhill from that. That's very stressful. Diz the chair stream. Buster Vusu says, is Joe having a stroke? Me trying to say the name. Linnea. Hello, Linnea. Clyde, what's up? No pot is worth 2 tails. Scrolling up. Mars Monkey. Turd Ferguson, I said that already. David. What's up, David? David Gear and David Bartlett. So just to distinguish. Oddballs Sherman. I think I said Hunters already. Malthea, Arturo. A lot of people here in the chat today. And Jeanette. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Gnome Sky, we see you all. And we appreciate you. Mary R. And the man is back. Did you make that edit, that unholy edit yourself?
What unholy edit?
The Watto and the Sonic.
No, I stole that. I wish I was that cool. I'm not that cool. They're buried in the backyard, brother. Buried in the backyard. There can be only one. Actually, to be perfectly honest with you, there were not 4 other X-Wing channels. There was one other X-Wing channel when I made my name, like an actual X-Wing channel, and I buried their subscriber count in like 2 months. So I was like, I think this is probably fine. But the name X-Wing was taken, and so I'm like, what's a great number? My hockey number was number 5. It's my lucky number 5, and it's also Luke's X-Wing, red 5. So I was like, it's perfect. X-Wing 5. Little did I know 4 years later it would come back to haunt me horrifically, and everybody would be like, 5.
I don't know. I feel like that's less lame than X-Wing 2. Like X-Wing 2 would be like, I don't know, just like
at
least 5 means something. Like when my you know, like the avatar you have like in back in the AIM days, and your first gaming handle. There was I was really into Greek mythology, so I used to have a Greek mythology name. So I thought that was so cool, and I did Greek mythology, combined it with my love of math, and I had the Fibonacci number sequence there before it became very popular because of those books. What are those books that Tom Hanks did? The movie version of?
Angels and Demons and the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, so prior to those, I actually did one of my math papers for a I actually went to I was in high school, and it was this like math fair or something, and I would have to write a paper and submit it.
Nerd.
Yeah, I actually won bronze in my county for my paper
That's
on the Fibonacci.
third, right?
Third. Mm-hmm.
Third.
Still pretty impressive for an entire county.
I would say, absolutely.
Yeah. I could have gone higher. Like it put me into now I have to go to some university upstate to do my presentation, and I was just like, that's too much work for me. So I'll just take my local award and just keep it rolling. So
I got number 1 in the state for FFA in agricultural mechanics, and my team won parlay as well.
Very nice. Very nice.
Parlay was like the gross like legal debate side of FFA. I don't know why they do that, but we did it. But there were only like 3 other people in Nevada that did ag mechanics, and it was just welding and a Briggs and Stratton engine. That was the test.
Still a nerd.
Yeah, so what? Leave me alone. Okay, look at chat. Everyone's like, X-Wing's not a stupid name. It's not stupid. I fucking love you guys. The Dutch proverb goes, better stolen well than badly invented. I like that. What is that in Dutch? Can you put it in like in Dutch? I want to know what that is in Dutch. Okay, you want to talk a little bit of gaming real quick?
Yeah. Do you want to watch? Where do you want to start? Elden Ring, Night Ring, or do you want to go into talking about Claire Obscure for GTA? Where do you want to go?
Let's start with.
Officials today announced that video games no longer will be licensed in residential areas. Officials say they are responding to complaints from parents that children have skipped school or stolen money to play the games and made a nuisance of themselves. Senior citizens.
There's a new economic impact report. It actually indicates that video game industry is booming. It's also generating a lot of jobs nationwide. The gaming industry is booming. When a game investment is up about 2x where it was in 2020 and pre-pandemic levels. So game investment is increasing while the industry, as your great segment just showed, continues to increase.
I actually like that you kept that. I love that.
Oh, I'm not getting rid of that. Are you kidding me? That's like my favorite 30 seconds of my entire week. Is that intro? I'm like, I just look back on like a lifetime of awesome adventures that I've had in gaming, and it makes me happy. I love it. That was my escape from the bullshit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Of which there has been a lot. Okay, so Elden Ring, Night Rain. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. Obviously, my my good buddy Beardo is looking forward to this for a long time. We had Elden Ring was like our big bonding experience because we played the game kind of parallel to each other. and be talking shit about how many times it take you to kill this boss and you to kill this boss, and oh, you got to get this blade and all that different stuff. No GoldenEye. Yeah, that would have been good to have in there for sure. You're supposed to be listening to what they're saying in the background. And it's what we were talking about earlier. It was the newscast about the guy saying how video games are ruining children and they're getting rid of arcades. That was from like 1984, I think, 1982 or something like that. It's just it's so awesome to think about how far it's come.
You ready for this? You haven't seen it.
Okay. I have not seen this yet. No, this is 100% live reaction. I've not heard about this. Here we go.
Elden Ring Night Rain is a co-op survival action game where you navigate a vast and dangerous field with other players. You must become one of the Nightfarers, fighting through the endless night and taking on scores of vicious foes over the span of 3 days.
By the way, this is a 10-minute clip, so let me know when you want me to hit pause at any point.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can bring the volume down a little bit and we can kind of talk.
Once a country that thrived thanks to the power of gods, Limveld is now nearing its end.
Does that do it?
Gradually being eroded by the night that has saturated the land.
Video.
You will be deployed to Limveld to hunt the Night Lords as a level 1 character.
There we go.
In your current state, you won't stand a chance against that type of overwhelming power.
Yeah, so I'll tell you, like, one of the first things right off the bat, I really wish they would have added some new enemies, but these are all very familiar. This isn't bad, but those freaking things.
So really, it's just Elden Ring with a friend.
Yeah, 100%.
Search for treasures, weapons,
and you're starting from scratch.
Yes.
Infiltrate,
which is kind of cool. This is for me. This is a whole new game genre. This genre doesn't exist, at least in my mind.
Wandering the land.
You mean like Dark Souls games, or?
No. I mean, it's like I've never seen like a looter shooter in a Souls type game before.
Gotcha. Your character's skills, playstyle, and traits should guide your priorities. The layout of Limveld will change.
Is Limveld still the land?
Limgrave was where you come out.
And other features
not the same place.
No, this is a different place.
Sometimes your exploration may be interrupted by enemy ambushes.
Oh shit!
Unpredictable events.
Margaret just shows up. Oh, I hated those things.
Even more dramatic changes can also appear.
That's the other crazy part, is like this is a new place, but that's Volcano Manor. Oh, he's new.
Or dark forests.
He needs to go on a diet.
Corruption that rots anyone who dares explore it.
Ooh, Scarlet Rot Forest.
Shifting world.
You insta die.
Face new choices.
Scarlet Rot kills you almost immediately, dude. I hate Scarlet Rot.
Evaluate every situation. Use
Madness.
Your skills to fight back and survive.
Is this game actually fun? Like, I started Elden Ring, I got frustrated. I played like solo on my own off air for a little while to just kind of like level up and like learn the mechanics better. But I'm like, every time I hear you or Beardo talk about it, you guys get like sound so frustrated, but you were like, but I love this game.
100%, yeah.
Narrowing your range of traversal. And as night falls, you will be driven towards an unavoidable.
It's like beating off with steel wool. Like, the process is absolutely horrifying, but you're happy at the end. You know what I mean?
Enemies arrive. Some of your allies may fall before their mighty attacks.
You both are playing some new game too. Was it like Kraken, Craven? Craven, right?
The Last Berserker.
Using tools like bows and magic. These battles are tough, but don't give up. Use all the powers you have gathered in Limveld to survive and overcome.
Kazan, the last Berserker, the first Berserker. Sorry. Yeah.
Nightfarers.
8 Nightfarers assembled to defeat the Night Lord. Each Nightfarer possesses different weapons and unique passive abilities, skills.
See, this is the only problem. Is like Beardo and I have the same playstyle in this universe.
I was about to say, what the hell are you guys gonna do? Are you gonna roll for like Like,
I
he's
don't
not
know.
gonna be a fucking sorcerer. Like, I can't imagine
Yeah,
being like,
I can't either. Like, I can't do the mage stuff. I've never played like mage classes. I'm always like the tank with a blade that's way too big. So I don't know.
I've played some games as a mage.
Wilder. A knight
Every time I
proficient
do
in a wide range of melee weapons.
TRPGs, I play as a mage at scale.
Throw grappling
I feel like
hooks
I could do this guy.
or swiftly close distances. You can also launch explosive iron spikes that deal a powerful blow.
What's the max player count on this game?
Pretty.
A warrior equipped with a massive shield excels in defense.
I was supposed to finish Elden Ring so I could be your third, but I don't think it's gonna happen in 20 days.
Man, if you want to be third, you're gonna have to train up, dog, hardcore.
Wings of salvation. Repels approaching enemies and deploys a magic circle to save allies
I could
from
see this
dire
shattering our
situations.
friendship if I.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I don't know why Beardo and I take this like so seriously. We just do. This is like, yeah. See, I don't want to be an archer.
From a distance.
I could do archery.
His marking skill injures and pressures the enemy, greatly disrupting their poise and creating openings.
But that's gotta be
to explode.
hard.
His
Archery must be hard during some of these battles.
Sonic arrow that pierces
So you
through
can
every
either
enemy
run
and
solo or
ensuring
3. There's like
no
nothing in between. You can't run 2. You can only do 1 or 3.
Oh, this dude looks so badass. What the fuck is that?
I think this is absolutely the gayest looking character in the whole game. Sticks out like a sore thumb. Makes no sense.
What just happened?
He reminds me
deal
of
damage again.
Nier Automata's character with like the covered eye thing and the
Hides
blonde
out
hair.
nearby allies from the enemy's view.
Yeah,
Giving
but
them a
does not
chance to
seem like it
adjust their
fits the
position
aesthetic.
or create an ambush. Raider. A sea
Hey, hello.
doesn't flinch at minor attacks.
He's a tank.
Rampages through enemies. His skill retaliate. Strikes back with a powerful blow.
Oh yeah,
Cannot be interrupted by enemy attack.
Really? That sounds pretty cool.
I like this.
His art, Totem Stellar, summons a colossal gravestone that serves as an attack to dispel enemies. Acts
Oh,
as a
that's
wall to
cool.
block projectiles, and amplifies the strength of allies through its protective aura. Recluse, a wielder of ancient magic.
So many people are going to be that class. I have no interest in it.
Maybe
Maybe
I should restart my Elden Ring as a mage
There you go.
or fire
and kind of like level up that way, so I know how to play as a mage. Then, but yeah, maybe I really don't. I'm seriously just now questioning if I ever want to play with you guys one of these games. I don't want to ruin my friendship with you guys.
Dude, it'll be night 3, and if we get to the boss, and even if it's me or if it's Beardo or anybody else, if we're the reason we fail,
defeat the knight.
Yeah.
it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be rough. The Round Table Hold. So they're bringing the hold back.
Hold serves as a base for Nightfarers, preparing for battle in Limveld.
Oh, cool.
Relics recovered from expeditions can enhance your abilities when equipped before deployment. Relics have a diverse assortment of effects, ranging from increasing stats to altering the performance of skills. Different relic combinations can alter your gameplay experience, so try out different approaches and see what suits you best.
Oh,
for
that's
the journey
cool.
ahead.
Every time you heal, it heals your...
In a corner of the back room, a small jar merchant operates a bazaar selling various goods. Once you accumulate the currency Merc,
Fucking jars.
earned as battle rewards,
That's so funny.
it might be worth checking what's on sale. Using the fitting mirror, you can unlock new costumes with Merc and change
Oh,
your
sick.
appearance. These outfits allow you to change your Nightfarer's style to suit your tastes. Some costumes might even look familiar.
Ooh.
Why? Is that his look?
I want
As you
it.
battle against the night, fragments of your lost memories may return, giving you glimpses of who you once were. By recovering these fragments of lost memories,
Is that a theme in
you can
Elden
fill
Ring
in
to
the
begin
blanks of
with?
your Nightfarer's
What's that?
blurred
You don't know who you are. You lost all your
In these
memories.
memories,
No, you just...
conversations with
The
other
Tarnished are
Nightfarers
like
or residents
basically
of the Round Table Hold
outcasts that
might
are
reveal new objectives.
called up to service by the gods when
Achieving these
necessary.
goals during adventures in Limveld will help unravel the past.
Also,
revealing
kind of
each
crazy, a
Nightfarer's
lot of people don't know
origins
this. Do you know who wrote the universe for Elden Ring?
See why they have come together.
It's the guy from Ice and Fire.
George R. R. Martin.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I kind of knew that already. This is basically his genre. But motherfucker, finish your
The
actual
Night Lords are the
series.
ultimate
Yeah, it was Jack.
threat. waiting for players on the third day in
Whoa.
Limbo. The Nightfarers are the only warriors remaining who can stop them and save this land from total obliteration.
Oh, cool. New bosses. Good.
Battling a Night Lord, a being that boasts overwhelming attack power and toughness, will be more challenging than anything.
Oh, these bosses are sick looking,
However,
dude.
There are ways to resist this threat. By carefully navigating Limbo, acquiring more powerful tools and weapons with attributes effective against each
Oh my
Night
god,
Lord,
this is gonna be so fucking cool.
discovering relics, and growing as a fighter through experience and observation. Victory
Oh, I
against
recognize
the Night
him.
Lord will be within reach. Set
And
forth
him.
on this thrilling and fast
And him.
Bosses that you already
filled
have.
with danger.
A couple of them are
Dare to stand together
returners.
against the fall of night.
Oh, dude, a lot. We're gonna be playing this a lot.
You're gonna get the special edition.
I don't know. I stuck Night Rain on my Steam store. I was hoping somebody's gonna buy it for me. Nobody did, so I might be buying the special. It's just hard to justify with like how expensive these releases are these days. The ones that come with like the action figures and stuff. Not to mention, I have a 3D printer that I can very easily print like gorgeous Elden Ring sculptures with. The problem is I have to paint them, and I don't like.
Most people like the painting process. That's like the part that they actually like.
It depends on what it is. Some I really enjoy, and like I just spent a bunch of money and just got like a brand new airbrush that's really nice. I got a new compressor. It's gorgeous, but I'm just not as good as other people are at doing it. So
Yes,
what are you gonna do?
They will be streaming the hell out of this. I saw it in the chat. If you guys were going to stream it, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
It's going to be all they do. All they
Jerry
talk about, all they do.
Sills, let's go for 10. Says, now hear from my mind the greatest collection of poems you'll find. Thousands of words under my command. Fly high from my poetic hand, reaching one's heart, mind, and soul to bring much love, one single goal. Shout out Jerry Sills. Thank you for the poem. Beautifully done. And thank you for the 10, brother. And Gunslinger 177 becomes a member. Let's go.
Wendy in the chat says,
Probably not longer, right?
No,
It's
it's
good.
good.
It's
It's
good.
good.
Yeah.
are you ever going to bring back your booty shaking? Or have you retired that now?
I think if somebody, I think that becomes a special thing now. If you want to see my butt, that's like 20 gifties. You know what I mean? Or 10.
Okay.
10 gifties. I'll shake my butt. Yeah.
Okay. What paint do you use for your 3D prints, says Wendy?
I'll use
acrylic?
A variation. No, so like I have so many fucking paints. It's not even funny. Sometimes, so I have designated airbrush paints that I'll use from the company who actually did the Falcon, the first Falcon during the 70s. I have the Tamiya paint collection, but usually I won't be able to find one that I'm happy with. And so what I'll do is I'll take an acrylic paint and then I'll use paint thinner and mix to whatever I need for the airbrush application. Other times I'll just go in with straight acrylic and I'll brush. It depends. Depends on what you need. But yeah, what paints do I use? I have probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 600 different paints.
You take that seriously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, X-Wing buys paints but doesn't like to actually paint.
Yeah, pretty much. But I'm ready for the day when I want to. I have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't have self-respect. What are you talking about?
So yeah, you're gonna be that comes out in 27 days.
Was it that late in May? I thought it was the 20th.
May 30th. No, May 30th.
May 30th? Okay. Yeah.
So if anybody wants to do, show a lot of love to X-Wing, go ahead and mods. If there's any mods in the chat, what's up, Deborah Perkins? I just see you now.
Deborah.
She's here and she's leaving. Have fun, Debbie.
Oh, okay. Hi,
what
bye.
you're doing. If anybody in the chat has the link to X-Wing's Steam wish list, ahead and drop that in the chat. I don't know how to access that.
I don't either. Yeah, I don't either.
Do you not have a link tree?
No, I should probably get a link tree, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should probably get a link tree. Rachel Hill, member for 10 months, says 10 months. Don't time fly when you're having fun. Shout out Rachel Hill. Shout out Rachel Hill. Good to have you here. Hello, welcome. I hope you're doing well today. Okay, the only other thing I really wanted to talk about in gaming is the Switch 2, just because it's absolutely driving me nuts right now. I have been trying to freaking find... Wait, I've friended everyone that sent me a request. Send me another one. Make sure you send me another one, because I think I'm up to date with everybody. I get a couple a day, and so I usually try to add them in. But yeah, add me.
I'm in your friend profile. How do I go to your...
I'm so bad at Steam, dude. I legitimately don't know how to do it. View friends, 22 online. See, yeah, I have no requests. Says I have no requests.
Unfriend.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you Raven Rainfall? I actually can't even become friends with whoever that is, so I apologize. But anyways, yeah, the Switch 2. So everyone was saying that the Switch 2 was not going to sell, that people were mad about the price point. They're upset about the price of the game, and it was just not going to land, that gamers were going to push back. Well, wouldn't you believe it? The second the Switch 2 drops, it sells out absolutely everywhere immediately. And it still hasn't come back into stock in any meaningful way. So I have been searching left, right, upside down, and sideways, trying to find a Switch 2, because I need this for work. Technically.
Is it really going to, if no one on the team has it, are they going to have to, how are they going to handle that? Did anyone actually
they're
get
all
it?
Cool and famous and have friends that know how to do stuff. I'm the retard in the corner, trying to get my hands on this thing like a peon, and I can't get my hands on it.
I don't think they got it. I would double check with them, but I don't think, everyone?
Mm-hmm. Well, other than Sugarfoot, I don't know if Mike got one. Mike was fighting against it pretty hard, but maybe he did. I don't know. I don't have it. Jay and Krista went live, in store, and went and got one. I know Jeremy knew somebody and was able to get one. I just, Johnny got one, but I haven't gotten one. So I need
Interesting.
Yeah. If anybody has any
connects.
Yeah, backdoor connections where I can get a freaking Switch 2, give me that damn Switch 2. You know what I mean? People are asking for it. How do you even share? I don't even know how you do that. How do you do that? How do you share your profile?
I'm in my Steam right now going how the hell do I do this?
Yeah, I don't know.
I just added Night Rain to my wish list. But then how do I go to my wish list? Why do they make these things so hard? You go to store, you go to wish list. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I'm terrible at it. Adam Krigler's in the chat, says I didn't get one either. So yeah, they're so shout out Adam Krigler, by the way. It's so tough, man. And I'll be on Google too. I've been waiting on the email from Nintendo. Nintendo was like, when it's your time to sign up for one, we'll send you an email so you can make sure to get your Switch 2. And I have not gotten a freaking email from Nintendo. I have not found any of them in stock anywhere. It's just ridiculous, man. And I feel like this is manufactured.
That happened. Was it with the PS4? I remember when the PS4
happened with the
came
PS4
out.
And the PS5.
Yeah, I think it was the PS5, the one where I went into a mall. I went into there was a thrift shop,
and
not
the
a thrift shop,
PS2.
but like a what is it when you barter or they have those stores where you go in and you're
a pawn shop?
A pawn shop. They had a sort of pawn shop in this mall in Miami, and I walked in because they had a bunch of interesting tech stuff there, and there was a PS5 I think for $1,000+ and I'm like, holy shit. Yeah, so it's gonna be a while I think before things calm down and you can just go and pick it up at Target,
Right.
But like you said, it's unfortunate when you kind of need it.
Here we go. Finally, there we go. Okay, I just got a couple friend invites. There we go. All right, we got Valkyrie, we got Risk It Foot of Biscuit, Boom.
Where's your friend code?
Beautiful.
Gotcha. Profile?
Yeah, I don't know. I just looked on Steam Oh, 3 new friend requests. God, that quick? Lord have mercy. Welcome in. Good to see you guys.
I don't know how to find my Steam friend code.
It's my boy, Super Dad Bask 3D. Danzo. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. It'll be worth a wait for me. I just got a 1X player. I don't know what that is. But yeah, look, Elden Ring Night Ring is I think it's going to be incredible. I know a lot of people started it out and were not happy with it for whatever reason. Generally speaking, I think that's the like the FromSoft people who just hate anything. They're the biggest fans of FromSoft in the world, but they hate anything that FromSoft puts out. Right? So they had their favorite game at one point, whether it was one of the Dark Souls entries or whatever the case was. And ever since then, every game that comes out from FromSoft, they just shit on it, but they're the biggest stands of FromSoft in the world. You know, like Star Wars fans, any other gaming fan. I feel like that's just kind of how it goes. Personally, I'm just getting in the mix. So super pumped for Night Rain. I'm excited for the Switch 2 for one reason. I'm down to play the new Mario Kart World. I get it. I'm going to do that. I just want my new freaking Legend of Zelda game. That's the only reason I want it. I want my new Legend of Zelda game. I don't care what it is. My brother just started Breath of the Wild for the very first time 2 days ago.
I play my Switch pretty much every day, and I play the same 2 games to death. Well, the same 3 games. I'm either playing a Pokemon game, Stardew Valley. If I'm stressed out, Stardew Valley is like my...
What is Stardew Valley?
It's like a farm thing, but it's like the best farm game ever because it's like it's got like it's an indie game that is amazing. It was like literally $5 when I bought it, and I think I've put like an obscene amount of hours into it.
Really?
But, yeah, because then you have like there's actually like this whole thing you have to do. Like you inherit your grandfather's farm, and you have to make it a profitable farm. Then you there's like this evil company called JoJo Mart that's trying to take over the community, and you have
JoRosie Mart?
JoRosie Mart, yeah. And you have to like basically save the community from it and do all these things to like give the community back to the town people. It's cute. It's cute. You get married, you get to like romance different people, and
it's always you and getting married in video games. What's up with that?
Since I have no romance in my real life, you mean?
I dreamed a dream. I'm gonna marry a Viking man, and his name is Sven or whatever it was in freaking.
Do you remember that? Oh my gosh, yeah.
What was his name?
I forgot. I'm a terrible wife apparently in game.
Short memory.
Yeah, but he was so dreamy. Hello, my wife. Good to see you again.
I can just imagine you swooning over your. Hello, Sven Thorsgaard Jensen.
Yes.
My dream husband. Are you gonna stream Schedule 1 some more? I think we're done with Schedule 1. I don't know. So I think what's probably gonna go on is we're gonna wait for like more updates to come out. Yeah. They're gonna add a bunch of stuff to the game, and then we'll come back in and we'll hit a round 2 on it. But
I bought Schedule 1 to play with you jerks, and then I never got on any of the streams.
Why not?
Something like came up at the time, like I forgot what it was, but it was like I couldn't actually stream with you guys, so. But I bought the game and then I never played it, so wasted money.
It's fun. I like it a lot. I enjoy it, but yeah.
Maybe I'll play with another friend.
Do it. Yeah, get after it. It's a lot of fun to stream. The only problem I would say that I have with that game when it comes to streaming is like I was so into it that like I wasn't talking to chat. You know what I mean? Like I was so hyper fixated on taking care of all of my tasks that I wouldn't talk to chat, and then I felt bad.
That's another one I want to play, Split Fiction.
Split Fiction, we haven't even finished yet. We got to finish Split Fiction too. There's a bunch of shit out there. I was actually really enjoying Split Fiction. That game got a lot of hate, like right off of Jump Street, saying that it was going to be super woke, super crappy. It's all femme power. And while it's there, like the game design itself is really fun. Beardo and I ran around as pigs and hot dogs.
It's funny.
Did you miss that?
I didn't watch that stream. I don't watch all of your streams, you guys. You know, like have a life.
God.
But I do watch a lot of your streams.
Hold on. I got to pull this up. This was probably one of the greatest moments in gaming ever to be created. I'm gonna find it right now. we turned into hot dogs. Fear the Beardo 2. I think that's where they put the clips at. Videos. This is way too hard. I don't want to navigate this. Oh, that's brave. Beardo's 1v1 X-Wing on Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Do you want to guess who won?
I'm guessing from your tone, you did.
Yeah. God, there's like a lot of I'm looking at Fear the Beardo 2's channel here. Hold on, let me pull this up. Check this
Arturo
out.
says Beardo has a single video on his channel. Which channel? The regular Fear the Beardo or the Fear the Beardo 2? By the way, if you haven't subscribed to Fear the Beardo 2, go over there and hit that subscribe
Get over
button.
to Fear the Beardo 2. This is where we have a lot of like the clips of stuff that we talk about. Don't read comments, getting sober and being stronger from Bro Science, the one that got away. John Fox, one of our greatest bromance in history. Here's the one about the girl who like banged her dad or whatever it was. Yeah, that was like a wild one. Reject Weakness.
Her boyfriend's dad or something really creepy. Like
yeah, it was something weird. We got Dean Kane on here. D-Day Cobra versus Fear the Beardo and Call of Duty. That was a great one. Obviously, the Beardo's 1v1 on Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Does the moon exist? There's some good ones. I can't find. I swear he put it out somewhere. Maybe it was a short or something. I don't know.
Does he do shorts? I've never seen shorts on here.
I don't know. Anyways, look, it was that game, Split Fiction, and there's a moment where you turn into pigs and you like run around as pigs, and his pig would fart and fly, and my pig would turn into a giant spring. And we were just having the greatest time in the world. And then at the end of the level, you get thrown in a meat grinder and you get turned into hot dogs. And we were like rolling around the map as hot dogs. Like, this is the greatest thing of my life. And we like turn on the grill and we got like all grilled up nice and easy. And then we rolled over to the condiments. I like, got them all mustard and ketchuped up. And then he got me all mustard and ketchup. It was great. It was incredible. It's a great game.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm trying to try to convince Tabitha to play Schedule 1 with me because I think it's funny. It would be funny to have someone who's like super Christian doing a drug game. I think it'd be funny, like ironic. And then I might play Split Fiction with one of the girls too. Someone give me Split Fiction, please. It's on my wish list.
It's pretty cheap too, isn't it?
I don't know. My problem is I bought so many games to stream and
Oh yeah, here you go, right here. I found it. It's on his main channel. That's why I couldn't see it.
Jen found it.
Look at this! Look at this! Look at this glorious interaction between buddies.
No!
Oh, I don't want to end the. I don't want to end the level.
Actually, enjoy it while it lasts.
You're my best friend, Beardo. This is incredible.
This is the greatest day of my life.
You guys are so gay.
I don't want to
love it though.
And I want to stay a pig forever.
Let's just be pig for the rest of life.
Oh!
Oh
no! No! More wieners! More wieners!
This gets better and better.
More wieners! Here we go. All right, let's get a.
I do love me a pork hot dog.
We're good. All right,
get over here.
Let's go get some. Let's go get some condiments. Yes.
Yeah, I got a condiment.
Boom. There we go. Here we go. Here we go.
There we go.
All right. Yep. I'll help you out. I'll help you out. Yep. There you go. Got a little bit closer. Here we go. Nice.
Where's the crowd?
Where's the crowd? Oh, into the buns. Into the buns. Here we go. Nice.
You're like
Zest some pickle. I'm gonna get some pickle flavor on this one real quick. Okay.
This is game of the year, bro.
Game of the year, 100%.
This is really good.
That game is so much fun, dude.
I'm hungry.
So much fun. Yeah, Split Fiction should not be passed up. If you got somebody to play with, Split Fiction is a lot of fun.
Someone gift it to me, I'll play it.
Yeah. We're waiters.
That is funny.
All right, what do we got left on the roster for today?
We've got so much stuff.
Do we?
Dude, I literally have like 40 different tabs open. We don't have to talk about all this stuff. This is what happens every single time.
Yeah.
But that's normal. I think that's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's planning. Did you want to talk about GTA 6 getting what's it called? Pushback?
Yeah, I mean, like, is anybody really surprised much?
No, but it's a whole fucking year. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I can believe it. Hardcore.
It's on their website. Literally just Grand Theft Auto 6 is now coming May 26, 2026.
I didn't think it was going to come out this year, if I'm being completely honest. I had like no expectation of it coming out this year. It used to be a long time ago when a game company pushed a release, it was a respectable move. You know what I mean? Like, thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. Like, we would much rather have a good game, a good finished game, rather than like a piece of crap. But now every single game with a major release does it every single time. They're always like, we're pushing it back. We're pushing it back another year. We're pushing it back.
What happens when they don't? Then you get something like, remember when Cyberpunk came out and it was like a fucking disaster?
I don't really know what to say. Like, you know, these companies just refuse to put out finished content. And I just don't understand if they're just not giving themselves realistic timelines. If that's the case, try giving yourself a realistic timeline. Maybe the realistic timeline was then, and now they found out another way to make more money, so they're pushing it to milk it a different way. I don't know what the case is. I'm just fucking tired of it. And so when I see a release date come out for a game, unless it's Nintendo, I don't believe in it anymore.
Can I tell you why it's
Did you want me to share this?
Yeah. You want to know why it's a thing? Because studios now look like this instead of...
Yeah. Have you seen the gameplay from Expedition 33?
No.
It's gorgeous. Like, freaking gorgeous, dude. And I am not a turn-based guy. I don't like turn-based combat. I kind of liked what Chrono Trigger did, where it's turn-based, but not really. It's kind of like a blend between the two. But, I mean, the game looks incredible.
By the way, shout out to John Ambler, who just gifted me Split Fiction.
Hey, let's go. Shout out John Ambler. Shout out John Ambler.
I will download it, and I will play it. I have to figure out... I think Nomi has it, so I might play with her. I don't want to force people to buy a game just to play with me.
It's full of puzzles and stuff like that. So your female mind is going to have a very hard time with it, but I'm sure
I don't like puzzles. I do not like puzzles. But like, I like Portal, but I was just like, some of this, I was like, fuck my life.
Portal, yeah. I'm kind of the same way. Like puzzle games, I usually... I seriously get off on like finishing puzzles. I don't know why in video games. I love it.
I wish you hadn't used that phrase.
Yeah, that probably wasn't the most appropriate. I don't mean like sexually. I mean like my brain. Like I really.
It's like puzzle.
Oh God. Babe, it happened again. Justin Martins for 5 says, "What's the tattoo on your right forearm, X-Wing?" So this is the signal. This is the signifier of the Northern Nevada Blacksmiths Guild. So what this is the alchemaic symbol for iron, slightly modified with some Christian tones. And it is always supposed to point to your hammer hand. So I have this. My father-in-law has this. My old boss has this. There's a group of about, I think, 20 guys in Nevada that have this tattoo. So if you're ever in Nevada and you see a guy with this tattoo, you tell him, hey, you know X-Wing? Yeah, I know X-Wing.
So
it's the Northern Nevada Blacksmiths Guild.
Are you going to start a new guild when you move to the great state of Florida?
No.
You don't want to start your own guild or find your own guild here? Or are you kind of over it?
Yeah, I mean, the whole reason I got into it in the first place was to learn from other people. I'm not saying that I've learned enough. I'm definitely not a mastersmith by any stretch of the imagination. I'm probably a horrible fucking blacksmith. But yeah, maybe. I don't know. If there's a cool group, I'd be down for it. The cool thing about the East Coast is that there's so much more stuff because it's so much older. There's a bunch of anvils out on the East Coast, which is incredible. Anvils are really hard to come by on this side of the country. And when you do find them, they are expensive. And then shipping it to the West Coast is another thing. It's extremely expensive. So I'll be around. I'll be looking on Marketplace to see if I can find a good anvil. But I'm moving into like a neighborhood, which makes it a little harder too. You know what I mean? I could probably set up a little tiny shop in my garage just to have, but It's not going to be anything major.
I'm so excited for you to move.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped, man. I've been spending all day looking at stuff, penciling out, moving. It's going to cost me like $7,000 to move.
Yeah, I moved from New York. Any cross-state moving is just like stupid expensive. Even like I'm looking at moving from where I'm at now to a different city in Central Florida, next year, and I'm like cringing. I'm like, I just did this 2 years ago when I, had to move out and to my own place, and man, this sucks bad. It sucks.
Yeah.
It almost makes me be like, maybe I can extend my lease one more year and just stay here for one more year, maybe.
It just sucks. It's already so expensive just like to buy a house in the first place. And then you're like, by the way, I mean, I'm not making it easy on myself. I'm literally moving from one end of the country to the farthest other end of the country. I almost couldn't be going further if I tried. But I got to get it done. I want to be down there. I'm a golfer. I'd really love to be able to have a fun golf channel where like I bring people on and we play some rounds, have fun.
Are you going to go live playing with Lee, Jay, and Beardo?
I'd love to be able to do videos. Yeah, I'd love to be able to do videos. Maybe a couple lives, but videos they just wind up being higher quality and it cuts down the amount. Like a 4-hour, be a 4 or 5 hour live, probably doing a golf game with people. And if you can condense that down to like a 20-minute video, I think people would like it more.
Richard in the chat says, as a scientist, gorilla versus 100 men. Why is this a thing?
It completely blew up everywhere. I don't know why.
I'm gonna go with gorilla.
Gorilla's got to win, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's any way around it. I know people are making excuses, saying, 100 people, you could weigh down on the gorilla, yada yada.
Yeah, he would flick you off, man.
Yeah, they can bench press like 4,000 pounds.
There's a reason why humans had to move towards tools in order to be an apex predator. We without tools, without weapons, you're not gonna be in the same competition.
Yeah, we went the brain route, gorillas went the brawn route, hardcore, and like we're both the apex of those two things. Like gorilla's the scariest animal on earth to me. I can't think of another one that scares me quite as much as a gorilla. There's like cassowaries who have like velociraptor claws, very scary, could still probably get away with it. You know what I mean? Or if like you get a lucky shot in, you could break its neck or something like that.
Any animal that's bigger than me or has a sharp pointy anything is scary. Like those fucking red-headed cranes that are everywhere, those things are fucking scary to me.
What are they called? Sand something or others?
I thought they were just called red-headed cranes.
Oh, I don't know.
They have a little patch of red.
100 men can make one tool. That's the debate is if it were no tools, straight up, just hand-to-hand combat, no tools, nothing else, 100 men versus one gorilla. Polar bears and hippos are scarier than gorillas. Hippos don't scare me as much because you're not going to catch me swimming in a river where there's a hippo. Polar bears are scary, but not as much as a gorilla.
I'm terrified of bears. By the way, there's bears that just wander around in Central Florida. Like we get those like ring alerts all the time. That's like they're spotted on the next street over. It's like, well, I'm not going outside.
Yeah, bears don't scare me. I grew up around bears. Had a lot of bears. A bear walked into my kitchen. We've had a lot of bears.
I just have bear sprays and guns, so
yeah, bear spray works like a freaking charm on humans and bears, actually, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Holy cow! John McKinley with a 20. Let's go, brother. Shout out. Thank you for the support. It says, Hail X-Wing and JoRosie. Hope y'all are doing well on this fine Saturday. Yo, Doc, when are you and Beardo gonna finish the Gears trilogy? Wish I had someone to go through that series with again.
Love
Hail.
Gears.
Shout out for the 20. Thank you. I think the problem is right now is that they don't have 2 and 3 available on Steam.
You have to use Game Pass. You have to. It's an Xbox exclusive.
Yeah. So
you don't have Game Pass?
I think PC Game Pass.
Yeah, it's like
I think I do.
It's on there.
I think I do. PC Game Pass.
I am debating whether to get rid of it. I can't remember the last time I turned on my fucking Xbox. I'm looking at it right now.
I was gonna say I don't know. I have a PlayStation in here, and then my Xbox I have in my room because I watch like Netflix and stuff on it. But man, if we can get it on PC Game Pass, I'd be down to start it soon. 100%. But again, like we said, I mean, we still got to finish so much. We have to finish Split Fiction.
So the answer is no.
Soon.
If you
Someday
guys
soon.
get to, I forget which one it is, where you can also play as 4 co-op, where you have Cole and Baird.
Yeah.
Let me know, and I'll be your 3 of 4. You
Yeah.
can play as Cole or Baird.
I think. No, I don't have it. Damn, I'm hella dumb. Why didn't I do that? I could have gotten I paid the full price for the Oblivion remake on my computer.
So the reason you may want to do that, so I was having that debate with a friend because I was like, I'll play. I just haven't been gaming, but I don't know if I'll stream Oblivion, but I have Game Pass, and they're like, just buy it. I'm like, but why? I'm paying $20 a month for Game Pass that I'm not using. And they're like, well, then if you ever cancel Game Pass, you don't own that game and you lose your progress. And I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like I have multiple versions of Skyrim. I have it on my Switch. I have it on Steam, I think. I would just cry if I lost my Switch version.
Yeah, I have
got so many hours.
I've got Bella Ramsey right now.
What?
We can't lose her. Bella Ramsey?
The actress?
No, my Skyrim character.
Oh.
Or not Skyrim. Oblivion.
Oblivion?
Did you not see my Bella Ramsey build?
I think I did see it. She was like huge face, little face, huge head, little face, ugly.
Dude, come on. Hold on. I've got her right here. Here she is. Yeah. God, she looks great. She's OP, dude. She is OP as fuck.
Oh, fuck. That is like, can you imagine just like having a bender, getting, beer goggles, hitting this Bella Ramsey in a bar, and then you turn over when you're sober in the morning. You go, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there she is right there. The funny part, too, is I still use the dude. So, like, when she grunts, it's like, oh.
You just made it look like a girl. So she's trans.
It's just fucking Bella Ramsey. I don't know.
Yikes.
But it's perfect. I even gave her the nice, she's always got like the weird eyeshadow on. So I made sure to keep like the weird eyeshadow going.
Yeah. That,
yeah.
I feel so bad for her. I don't know.
I don't feel bad for her at all.
You don't feel bad for the unfortunate genetics of her face? Like, fuck.
You got famous, dude. Look, I understand I'm ugly. Okay. Like when I go, if things pan out right at the end of the day and somebody makes fun of me for being ugly, you think I'm going to be like upset about it?
You have a hot wife. You're not ugly.
That's a false equivalency. It doesn't matter. There are plenty of ugly dudes out there with tiny hogs and a shitload of money that score like crazy hot, whatever they're called, like supermodels and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't count.
But you're not rich, so therefore.
You don't know that?
Yes, I do.
I'm not rich. Maybe I just have a huge hog. You never know. Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, X-Wing. I have seen the Mrs. X-Wing. She's quite good looking.
She's gorgeous. She's my Eastern European beauty.
Yeah, you're all right. You're not Bella Ramsey level.
Well, if I was, I'd be rich.
Yeah, you would. Chat, what would you prefer? Would you prefer to be hideous but well endowed in the bank? I was gonna say well endowed, but in the bank. Or would you prefer to be good looking and not poor, because you don't have to be poor, but let's just say like a normal human with a day-to-day job?
Okay, so ugly and rich, or hot and working a 9 to 5. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
I'd way rather be ugly and rich. That's like not even a question. Like men are super used to being alone and like not needing the approval of others.
But I like myself. Like, I don't know. I don't want to be like I have a nice self-esteem. Like, I like myself.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't know if I would like myself if I was butt ugly. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying I'm super hot, but I'm just saying like I'm content. I don't know if I would be content if I was like hideous.
But if you had a shitload of money, you go do whatever you wanted. Go travel the world.
Money. Okay, here's the counter argument.
Okay.
If you have a shitload of money, you could be pretty if you wanted to. Because look at you could buy a wife.
It's true.
Look at that one Kardashian girl, the one that was like naturally ugly, who then became one of the prettiest ones because she just like did a bunch of plastic surgery and now looks just like him.
I don't remember their names, but yeah, she was the bigger one, right?
Kylie? No, the tall one is Kendall. She's the model. She's all natural. She's just pretty.
I don't know these people's names. Hold on.
Kylie is her younger sister who was ugly and then did a bunch of plastic surgery. And now she's pretty.
Kylie Kardashian. What is her name?
Jenner.
Kylie Kardashian. Kylie
Jenner.
Okay, here's my question: is this her pre or like post fix-ups that you're talking about?
I mean, like you can look up before and after. This is now. This is her now.
That's now. Okay, so Kylie Jenner before and after is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Whoa!
She's a completely different person.
What?
Yeah.
She wasn't ugly before.
I didn't think she was ugly, but she was made fun of as the ugly one. Like she had a really low self-esteem.
Dude, that's wild. What did they like shave her jawbone down?
I think they gave her lips. She had an eye lift to make her eyes more exotic looking. Eyebrows, brow, like they call it like a brow lift.
Dude, that's
a bunch of
wild.
fucking weird shit.
Who's the really hot one?
Depends.
It was a Jenner. It was one of the Jenner
Kendall.
chicks. She was
Kendall.
Kendall.
She's the natural.
Jenner.
She's natural. By the way, she also did her body. She was like skinny girl. She did a BBL. I think allegedly because all of a sudden she's like on the Kim level of ass.
Oh, she's got a big old butt now?
Kylie, yeah. She's got a huge tush. Big boobs.
Really? Dang it. I always thought she was the pretty one.
Kendall? No, Kendall's still natural. She's still
Oh,
natural.
I thought you said she just did a whole
her sister, her younger sister. The one that you just pulled up. She got her whole body done.
Oh, yeah. No, I was talking about this one. Yeah. I always thought she was pretty.
Yeah, she's pretty.
She had a pretty face.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And she's your type. You like the all skinny.
Yeah, I'm the elves into it. You know what I mean? I can't help myself.
Well,
okay.
Anyway.
What else do we have on the docket?
I mean, we could wrap it up there because there's
We've been going for almost 2.5 hours already.
Yeah.
Holy crapoli, and Lord have mercy, Margaret Riggle with a 20 says to help with the move. Shout out Margaret Riggle. Thank you for the 20. Every little bit helps. We're gonna be streaming a lot over here because I gotta get to Florida.
Yep.
And then when I get down there, it's like content galore just because I'm going to be around everyone and everything, and I can be outside. Yeah. That's going to be the coolest part, being able to be outside.
Park streams? Are you going to be a park person too?
I don't think I'm going to do like a park channel or anything like that, but...
No, but content from the parks.
I would love to, man. I would absolutely love to be able to do some stuff from the parks because I'm not like a Disney adult. You know, there's like crazy Disney adults.
Yeah. If you wear the ears, I consider you a Disney adult. By the way, Jose Taco, if you want to switch to, I can get you an X-Wing.
What? What are you getting after? What are you getting after? He's like, all you have to do is come to my house.
No, Jose Taco's cool.
Just rub my... I know Jose Taco.
Okay, I was gonna be like, Jose Taco's cool. What are you talking about?
I know Jose Taco. He's gonna be like, just give me a back rub. Just give me a back rub. Yeah, shoot me a DM for sure. We have a DM open on Twitter, don't we? Jose Taco. Jose Taco was my first ever signature in real life. I'd never given out a signature before, and Jose Taco brought a hat over, and I'm like, "Do you want me to sign that?" Because I'm a fucking weirdo. Yeah, and so yeah, that was it. Cool. Isn't Jay a crazy Disney adult? Totally.
I don't know if that I know he likes Disney, but I don't know if he really counts as a Disney adult.
I always think of Disney adults as like the psychopaths, right? That are like they're like the Michael Jacksons, constantly trying to relive their childhood. I just like going to the theme park because it's cool. It's like whimsical. It's a different place. It's escapism. You know what I mean?
That's
I like
what
that
I
stuff.
did. Do you know enough about Universal to know what Epic Universe is?
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
Okay,
I've already done all the ride-alongs and everything. Yeah.
On video, you mean, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so my original plan was to buy myself a ticket for September because that's like off-peak season, and they already have like for annual pass holders you can buy one ticket at a time. So I was like, and one like that's it. You can't buy multi-day. You can't add it onto your annual pass. It's like they're limiting. They're like throttling how much you can go into the parks to keep it the first year like, you know,
kind of level. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna go the week of my birthday in September. And I had the date picked out and everything. I even took the day off from work. Then my sister fucking shows up in Florida. They bought tickets. They went. It was a surprise, I guess, for my niece, and they were raving about it.
Yeah,
she's like, it's
everybody
the best
has
theme park. The best theme
Yeah.
park ever. So I got FOMO, and I just went crazy, and I bought tickets, and I have tickets for very soon.
Oh, lucky.
I've
been watching all my friends go in there and check it out and have a great time, and I'm just like wildly, wildly jealous. Because like Harry Potter, I'm a huge Harry Potter nerd. I freaking love Harry Potter. Drives me nuts. I can't be in there going with my flu powder into the ministry. Dying. I want to do it so bad. One of my favorite DreamWorks movies in the world, How to Train Your Dragon. Absolutely love it. The only thing I would say I'm not a huge fan of, I shouldn't say not a huge fan of, what I don't have as much reverence for is like the horrors park, the Monsterland.
Yeah.
But it looks so freaking cool. I just want to be there anyway because I did the ride along for the freaking what do you call it? The like Dr. Frankenstein ride where it's like his great granddaughter or whatever. It looks absolutely incredible. I just want to go. I want to go, and I'm so close. I'm so close to. I might be putting an offer in on a house on Monday.
You haven't done it? Okay. Yeah, we'll talk offline about that.
Yeah, I might be putting an offer in. Everything is conditional. I want to see the house first, you know. So I got to see the house.
Yeah.
But Mark of Reality for 5 says, I'm in Florida. If you need an intro into the criminal justice system, let me know. I represent a lot of Florida man cases.
Let's not get you arrested.
I hope I don't get arrested, but also like I don't think I fit into Florida culture. I don't know. I'm very different. I'm a Nevada cowboy. How does that fit into Florida? Maybe perfectly. Maybe like
Florida
oil
is
and
like,
water.
I was gonna say conglomerate of outcasts from New York and other places.
Yeah.
So
I would wait. Hold on. I'm most excited about Monsters. Yeah, I think it's gonna be freaking gorgeous. I didn't forget your soap. No soap for you.
So to wrap it up.
To wrap it up. What do you want to wrap up with?
You guys have a wonderful weekend.
Yes. Yeah, it's only Saturday. It's midday. It feels like 7 o'clock for me because I've been on the East Coast for so long, but it's not. I got a whole bunch of time left in the day. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. I might be doing another gaming stream here today. It's possible, but maybe not. I don't know. It's going to depend on time. So make sure you're subscribed if you're not. And also make sure to go down to the description and subscribe to our lovely JoRosie. Her link is in the bottom down there. And Xcast. Hopefully we'll be doing more of these in the near future. If we get 2 in a week, that'd be awesome. If we only do 1, whatever the case is. But at least at this point now, we're not beholden to a certain time frame. If something comes up and it's crazy, we can hop in. We can do an Xcast and keep
as you can
guys
see,
informed.
I always prepare every day of the week in case as if we were going to have a show. I literally I have literally stories and stories and stories. So any day you want to.
You're always over prepared. I respect the crap out of it.
Thank you. Yeah.
The best producer on the internet, the incomparable JoRosie.
Thank you. We didn't even get to what's it called? We didn't even get to the there's this funny video. I tell people go watch.
What is it?
Video
Pull it up. Just pull it up.
Of Trump shitting on this reporter. Hold on a second. Where is it? Right here. Okay. Last thing, and then we'll leave because I gotta go jump on review of Clueless, one of my favorite movies.
Clueless.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in a very long time.
I watched Clueless every flight. Every flight. At least not every flight, but at least every trip.
You rewatch Clueless on every plane ride?
Murderers, criminals in this country. We have to get them out, and we're doing it. And you'll pick out one man, but even the man that you picked out, he said he wasn't a member of a gang. And then they looked, and on his knuckles, he had MS-13.
There's a dispute.
Well, wait a minute. He had MS-13 on his knuckles tattooed.
He had some tattoos that are interpreted that way. But let's move on.
Wait a minute. Hey, Terry.
He did not have the letter MS-13.
It says MS-13.
That was Photoshopped. So let me
That was Photoshopped, Terry. You can't do that. Hey, they're giving you the big break of a lifetime. You know, you're doing the interview. I picked you because, frankly, I never heard of you, but that's okay. I picked you, Terry. Hey, but you're not being very nice. He had MS-13 tattooed.
We'll agree to disagree. I want to move on to something else.
Terry,
Gary.
Do you want me to show you the picture?
I saw the picture.
And you think it was Photoshop? Well,
here we go.
Don't Photoshop it. Go look at his hand. He had MS-13.
He did have tattoos that can be interpreted that way. I'm not an expert on them. I want to turn to Ukraine, sir. I want to get to Ukraine.
No. He had MS as clear as you can be, not interpreted. This is why people no longer believe the news, because
when
it's
he was
fake
photographed
news.
in El Salvador, they aren't there. But let's just go. They aren't there when he's in El Salvador.
They weren't there, but they're there now, right?
No,
but they're there
in
now.
your picture.
Terry.
Ukraine, sir.
He's got MS-13 on his knuckles.
All right.
Okay,
we'll take a look.
It's such a disservice.
We'll take a look at that,
Why don't you just say yes, he does, and go on to something else?
That is effing wild.
He
That
does
is
it a
just
few times
freaking
during
wild.
the interview where he's basically like, "You're lucky you're fucking here."
Yeah.
But yeah, that was.
I'm giving you an opportunity, and you're wasting
I didn't
it.
know who you were. He said it a few times in that whole interview. It was pretty good. It's pretty good. But yeah.
Absolutely
anyway,
ridiculous.
All
All right.
Our commander in chief.
I don't understand how you hate the guy. I guess I do. I take that back. I guess I understand how you hate him. But come on, this is hilarious. This is logic against some of the most stupid shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? All right.
Yeah. You can catch X-Wing playing video games later here. I myself, I'm jumping on a review of Clueless.
Where are you doing that?
This is on Adam the Renaissance Nerds channel. So go check that out.
Hold on, let me look. Adam the Rene. I don't see it. Oh, you know what? He doesn't have frickin' he doesn't have, what do you call enable? Rating
enabled.
You fool.
Yeah,
anyway.
It's the Renaissance Nerd. Saturday Night Drive-In is the name of the show.
Let me try that. The Renaissance. Have you ever watched Philomena Kunk? Do you know who that is?
Yes, I love that.
The Renaissance. The Renaissance.
What's Jed's channel called? The Hollywood Scholar. It's the Hollywood Scholar too. They must not be live yet.
Yep.
They're waiting on me.
Not pulling up. All right. Well, we're gonna raid. We're gonna go raid Saucy Saturdays. Wicked Virtue, our good friend of the channel. We're gonna raid over there. Everyone have an absolutely wonderful weekend. Thank you, everyone, today for the gifted memberships, the super chats. We love you. Be kind to each other, and we will see you on the next Xcast. For JoRosie, my name is X-Wing. We are out. Take care of yourselves, everyone. We'll see you on the next one.
You bow to no one.